Pioneers! Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps for an opening invocation by Director of Pioneer Spirit, Brock West. And remain standing as we honor America through the playing of the national anthem by the MNU Pep Band under the direction of Dr. Luke Johnson.
Pray with me. Dear Lord, I thank you for this day that we get to compete in the sport of football. I pray that you would help all of the athletes, keep them safe and healthy, give the coaches wisdom to coach well, and give the referees the strength to call the game. Thank you, Lord. We praise you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Olathe District Activity Center. We are ready for the opening kickoff as the visiting pride of Clarke University travel into Olathe, Kansas to take on your Mid-American Nazarene University Pioneers. Pride come into today. They are 0-5 on the season, looking for their first victory. The Pioneers not too far behind them. They won opening week of this season and have dropped all of them since. They are 1-4. So somebody looking to leave Olathe feeling a little better about themselves. The Pride's last game went against Baker University, where they were beaten soundly, and trust me, I'm not taking a shot. Baker beats most people soundly, because Baker's a very good squad this year, and most years. Pioneers were on the road and suffered a close loss up in Peru. That's in Nebraska. They lost that game 21-14 last weekend, so the Pioneers trying to find an elusive victory, as is Clarke, so it should be a good one. It's a pleasant day here in Olathe. It's a little breezy, not much, humid, and in the mid-70s. Might be a rogue raindrop or two finding its way onto the field during the course of the game. Could make things fun and interesting. We'll see if that happens. Of course, here in Kansas, they've threatened rain for about the last 3 days, and there hasn't been a drop. All right, captains all shaking hands. I think we're ready to get underway.
From heaven, it was referee Brian Keith. He is joined by headline judge Alex Oliveira, side judge John Hubbard, umpire Scott Cronford, back judge Denver Miller, center judge Eric Perkins, the line judge Bob Palmer, and field judge Ben Crane. Thank you, gentlemen. Without you today, our game would not happen.
And the PA announcer doing a very nice introduction for the officials. That's new. Not seen that before, but nicely done. You can see the officials at midfield getting ready to get this game started. The coin toss is done. Now they disperse. And it looks like the special teams unit of the Pride is going to be in kickoff formation, so the Pioneers will receive. And you know what? I just lied. I lied completely. Don't listen to me. What does this guy know?
All right,
They just are running out in a really straight line. No, it looks like the Pioneers are going to kick off to start this game. So the offense for the Pride are going to get the first opportunity, barring anything exciting on the opening kickoff. So I'm by myself up here in the booth today. My second commentator not able to join us, so I'm sorry. You're just going to have to listen to me. Hopefully Kenny will be back with me for our next home game. When's the next home game, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you said that. It's going to be October 23rd. That is against Central Methodist CMU. Now that is homecoming, so there's a little chip shot on the kickoff. Taken by an up man at the 30. He's going to rumble and stumble, and he's taken down by the Pioneer special teams. So the homecoming game for the Pioneers against CMU is not going to be here at the Olathe District Activity Center. It is actually going to be on campus, where the old football field is. I guess they use it as a practice field, but it is where games used to be played. So make sure that if you are coming out to the game on October 23rd, you go to the campus for the homecoming football game. I highly recommend you do that. Don't listen to the Pioneer Sports Network, and you won't hear me say that often. But get out there and support the team at home on campus. All right, here's the first play for the Pride. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to throw it to him out of the backfield. They whip it right side, and there's a wall of Pioneers able to take them down. So this first play is going to go for nothing, as the Pioneer defense able to knock them down at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So that was Garrett Egan, the junior running back. And now a very quick lineup for the Pride. A little draw play up the middle. After initial contact, able to bounce forward. Not going to be much there, maybe a yard back. That should get him back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up third down, long way to go. Pioneers defense would love to start this game with a 3 and out. Safety's back, looking to protect against the pass. Assuming the Pride are going to heave it down the field. Quarterback drops back, throws, and boy, single coverage on the outside. Head is turned, ball knocked away. Great defense by the Pioneers. Defensive back and receiver running together, stride for stride. Both of them had their heads turned. Not a lot of hand checking, not a lot of nonsense. Knocked away by the defense. I tell you, the wide receiver almost coming down with it. And so the Pioneers able to hold on third down. And that's going to bring on the punt unit for the Pride. That was Troy Hall for the Pioneers, able to break up that pass. And the special teams looks a little befuddled. The Pride are trying to be a little sneaky with their coverage scheme here. They have one man back for protection. It's a good snap. Pretty short punt. Oh, but it takes a great bounce for Clarke University. Still rolling. It's going to roll down past the 25, down to the 24, 23. And the ball comes to rest at the 23-yard line. So it looked like a pretty short punt. Took a great bounce for the special teams. And they're going to pin the Pioneers back at the 23-yard line. Pioneer offense now taking the field. Their first action of the day, shall we say. Blake Atkins under center. So he's going to start back, I believe, here in the pistol formation. He's got a running back behind him as he's in the shotgun. Running back just takes a little step to the left. They're going to hand it off up the middle, finding some space. And able to get about halfway to the first down marker of the Pioneers. As soon as I can see who that was, I believe that was Manning. So Jaron Manning gets his first carry, takes it up. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Pioneers. Safety dropping back for the Pride. They're going to give it to Manning again. Nowhere to go this time. Tried to hit the edge, couldn't get it. Taken down by the defensive line for Clarke. And so the nice gain he had on first down loses about half of it. That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Pioneers.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 officially. Pioneers are going to have three wide receivers to the right side of the quarterback. Nobody lined up left. Manning's going to leave the backfield. They're going to heave it down the middle, too far out of the reach of the intended receiver. And that was Caleb Tanis, who couldn't quite pull it in. I'll eventually learn how to talk, maybe. No promises. So that's a 3 and out for the Pioneers. Both punters getting early action here in the first quarter. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, I hope you'll see the live chat room feature there on the side. We've been having a lot of fun with that. We started that up last year during the pandemic. Kept it going. It is good times. Just please remember to keep all your comments within the boundaries of good taste. We love to see where you're at, who you're rooting for, where you're from, all that good stuff. Now, good punt. Way for the Pioneers. Angling towards the sideline. It's going to hit at the 31 and go out of bounds. Let's see where they place this. Ball will be placed at the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st down for the Pride of Clarke University. So if you were listening to our last game that we broadcast here, we were having a horrible, horrible time with the real-time stats for the game. They just were not working for us. Hopefully we're going to have some better luck with that this week. Not that there's too many stats yet to report, but just letting you know. I'll bring them to you when I've got them. Yeah, rolling out to the side. Intercepted by the Pioneers. Hall with it, still working. Down to the 25. I think he's going to call the way. And that's a touchdown, Pioneers. Pick 6 returned by the Pioneer defense. And I tell you, that was just about as quick as it could be. First play from scrimmage. It's an interception from Hall, and he's able to take it down into the end zone for a Pioneer touchdown.
Interception was made by number 2, Troy Hall.
So Kenyon Williams is under center today for the Pride. He was rolling to his left. Now he throws right-handed, so throwing across his body. Threw it into double coverage and left it a little underthrown. So Hall was able to jump underneath of it and returns it for a Pioneer touchdown. We might have a jump on the extra point. No flag is thrown though. And the kick is up, and then the kick is good. So, in the first quarter, the Pioneers strike first. It is 7-0 with 12:24 remaining in quarter number 1. So, if you're a Pioneers fan, you'll take that. Clarke fan, maybe not so much. And if you are listening for Clarke University, thank you very much for joining us here on Pioneer Sports Network. Always appreciate it when other folks listen in. I understand you really kind of don't have a choice. Got to listen to the other team's broadcaster, but I try not to be too much of a homer. I mean, a little bit. There's definitely a little homer, but I try not to do too much.
12 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. The score is 7-0 in favor of your Pioneers.
Boy, howdy, looks like the stat system is already struggling today. All right, special teams for the Pioneers. Now, on the opening kickoff, they went with just this little chip shot. And it looks like they're lining up for that exact same kick again. Just trying to keep it, I guess, out of the return man's hands. And it's the exact same thing, so they get it to one of the up men. Ooh, he lowers the boom. And knocked out of bounds. Let's see who this is. This is Anthony Sow, who has handled both of them. Now, he is listed as a defensive back. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm sorry. I knew that wasn't right. That's Brandon Fouts. Helps if I could read. So Brandon Fouts getting some special teams love. He's fielded 2 kicks now.
Correction, Jalen Smith with the return.
Well, now they're saying, oh, there's 2 number 13s. There's the problem. Here's a play up the middle. I'm just going to quit trying to tell you who that was on the special teams play. We'll just move on. these repeating numbers. I now see it. So we have a little handoff up the middle. Good for 2 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Pride. Good snap. They're going to fake the handoff. Now again, rolling to his left. He's got tons of space. Good blocking. Going to run and slide. And a nice safe give-up slide. Everyone's good on that one. Kenyon Martin able to get close to the first down marker. It's going to be a little short.
Ball carried on the play by number 5, Kenyon Williams. Third down.
So Williams with the carry, now looking to his bench. The Pride really don't go into a huddle. Everyone just kind of gets loosely lined up and gets a play from the bench. He's got 2 to his right, 1 to the left. Dropping back, pressure coming, heaves the ball, has a man, first down. That's caught, and he's going to have about 5 yards past the first down marker, so a good pitch and catch. The reception was Anthony Gonzalez, the senior wide receiver. Made a difficult catch along the sideline. In sideline, you have to make sure you come down inbounds. He had to elevate and get off of his feet to try and come down with that catch. So good catch, first down. Williams going to quickly throw it outside. Has a man, has some blocking. And now they're already back up to the next first down marker.
Williams pass is complete.
See Max Steffen.
Aguilar.
Oh, no. Oh, that's number 6. Boy, from this distance, it looks like number 8. Sorry, I am way up in a booth, everybody. So, got to bear with me a little bit. Cesar Aguilar. No, Aguilera.
Tackle on the play made by number 0.
PA guy said it wrong.
First and 10.
2 wide receivers on the right. They're going to fling it out wide again. A little wide receiver screen. Pioneers are there this time, able to wrestle the receiver out of bounds.
Williams pass is complete to number 8, Max Steffen. Pushed out of bounds on the play by number 10.
So Max Steffen with the reception. And the officials calling time. There's an injured Pioneer over on the sideline of Clarke University. Bring you who that is once I can see. Getting looked at by trainers from both teams. So both offense and defense kind of retreating into a huddle while the injury is taken care of. And this is Hall. Hall would be a big loss for the Pioneers if he can't continue on in this game. Is leaving the field under his own power. But Hall with the interception return for the touchdown earlier in the first quarter. So Hall not really favoring anything. Looks to be all right. So hard to really report on what it was. It looked lower body, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Again, it is a little warm, especially considering we're in October. Humid weather, too, so cramps might be an issue. Might have just cramped up. Now, here's a run going nowhere. The Pioneers able to knock that down in the backfield. Going to bring up a loss of 1 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the offense of the Pride. Pride are rolling here. Not knowing much about their field goal kicker. Hard to say if they're in field goal range. It would certainly be a long way. They'd like to get a little closer. But might be able to get some points on the board. Quarterback rolling out, and his pass is short. Great pressure by the Pioneer defense. That play recognized and sniffed out by Monte Griffin, who was able to pressure the quarterback, forced Williams to underthrow his pass. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And it looks like, yeah, their kicker is coming in. So they're going to attempt a field goal here. Anthony Gomez, the freshman kicker, lining up. Let's see, where's the ball? 29 and 39. 45-ish yard kick. 43 maybe. High snap, handled. Kick is blocked at the line. Ball's down. Taken by the Pioneers, and now stepping out of bounds to end that play was Kid Dickerson, who was able to pounce on the ball. He definitely was kind of looking downfield a little bit to see if he had a lane, but The Pride were able to close in quickly on him, push him out of bounds, but now we've got a special teams gem to go with our defensive gem from earlier. So the Pioneers working well with both a interception, return for a touchdown, and a blocked field goal attempt. Special teams, check. Defense, check. All right, offense, your turn. 3 wide receivers to the left. 1 in the backfield with the quarterback. They're going to hand it off to him, working right. Pioneers need some blocks, and he's not going to get it. Down they go in the backfield. Be interesting to see where this ball is placed.
Ball carried on the play by number 6.
The tackle was Logan Auding.
Tackle made by number 11. Logan Auding.
So that's going to knock the Pioneers back for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 coming up.
2nd and 11.
Wilridge is in the backfield right now. They're getting it to him. Nope, they fake the handoff and go up the middle, and that's a drop. Oof. Pioneers had a man open. Miles Himes just couldn't hold on to the ball once the contact got there, so it falls incomplete. 3rd and 11 coming up. Pioneer offense still looking to find some sort of rhythm here. Himes going to head off the field. Paul St. Louis has come into the game. In the slot receiver's position, man in motion. They're looking left, throwing left towards the sideline. Big throw and out of the reach of the aforementioned Paul St. Louis.
Pass intended for number 2, Paul St. Louis. There's a flag on the play.
I guess I should stop saying it fancy. The PA announcer said St. Louis. So whistles all over this play. I did not see, oh, I do see a flag. There's a flag down at midfield. Curious to see what this call is going to be. There, 2 officials are amongst the linemen of the Pioneers. Here we go. Holding on the defense. So 10 yards, and I guess an automatic first down, as that would not have been enough to get the Pioneers first down, but they're going to get one on the penalty. So defensive holding is the call. Atkins now sends a man moving. This is St. Louis. And now whistle blown, flag on the play. I believe this is going to be false start on the offense. So Damian Ruiz called for the false start. Pushing the Pioneers back just a little ways. Now play action pass going over the middle. Has a man and he's open. Keeps his balance. The reception is made down to the 5-yard line and knocked free. And there's another touchdown. The offense now into the game. That's a touchdown to Torin Owolabi from Atkins. Great throw over the middle of the field. And just, I thought he was going to stumble and hit the deck, but no, keeps his footing, shakes off a defender and takes it in for another Pioneers touchdown.
To number 3, Torin Owolabi for the touchdown.
So the special teams unit now heading on as Pioneers are looking to increase their lead to 2 scores. Trying to go up 14-0. Again, we're still in the first quarter if you're just joining in. High snap. Good placement though. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Pioneers now up 14-0 here still in the first quarter with 8:48 remaining. The Pioneers able to thank everyone now as the first score was a pick 6 by the defense. Your next highlight was a blocked field goal attempt by the special teams. And now the offense sends one into the end zone. So the Pioneers winning in all 3 facets of the game. So since I have a moment, I'm peeking into the chat room. A lot of Go Pioneers. I like it. You know, let us know. Let me know, because I'm looking now. Where are you guys from? Where are you watching the game from? Especially if you're out of state. Always fun. Who's your player? Who are you rooting for here? I'm seeing some love for Tofi. And let's see, David Wright. He's getting some love out there, so light it up. Let me see it. All right. Looks like now the special teams of the Pioneers aren't showing that they're going to do their little chip shot kickoff. Going all the way back, they're just going to blast this one. They do, angling to the side, taking it to 15. And let's see, well, they got to knock him down. Now they got him. The return man not wanting to go down. I believe that was Max Steffen. Steffen fighting for all the yards he can get. Let's see where they're going to place this ball. Looks like this ball is going to be at the 34-yard line, and that is where the offense for Clarke University is going to take over. Oh, there we go. There's someone, Baxter, Minnesota. So shout out to Baxter, Minnesota. Jed just cranked my volume, so now I'm going to be coming into your homes even louder. Little sweep play off the edge. Able to get past the first line, but not the second. The Pioneers able to knock them down. And they're going to be about halfway to the first down marker. Oh, there we go. Let's see. We've got, oh, Pride fan in Georgia. Welcome. Some love for Pledger, Kobe Jones, Arizona, Daytona Beach. Oh, here's a run up the middle, and boy, he's going to have one to beat. Only the safety can stop this man from getting into the end zone. And able to wrap him up. Good tackle by the last Pioneer who was going to be able to stop that touchdown from happening. That's Kid Dickerson, who was all the way back. I tell you, they just exploded through the line. Did believe this was Garrett Egan. So big gain for the Pride. They are now well within striking distance of the end zone. Ball placed at the 20-yard line. There we go. We've got some Washington State. Douglasville, Georgia. Now Williams trying to go with a hard count to get the Pioneers to jump. Couldn't. He's going to drop back. Looking left. Throws over the middle. Has a man in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Pride. You know, sitting here, I really thought that Williams was telegraphing his pass to the left. Well, shows what I know, because he quickly snapped it back to the center, and I think everybody froze. And his wide receiver was open in the end zone, and that was Aguilera, able to come down with the touchdown pass. So quickly, the offense for the Pride responds, cutting into the Pioneers' 14-0 lead. Now with the extra point pending, trying to close the gap to 14-7. High snap, good placement though. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with that, 14-7 is your score. Again, still in the first quarter, so we're looking at maybe a little bit of a shootout developing here. 7:47. So it really only took about 60 seconds off the clock for the Pride to go all the way down the field, somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 yards, to come up with points. Pioneer defense had been controlling up until that point. This might be a little bit of a wake-up call as they head over to the bench to gather on the, I guess, the V bleachers over there. And they're going to talk things over. I am seeing people moving and umbrellas popping up. I think the rain that I mentioned at the top of the broadcast might have started. So again, we'll have to see what this does to the game. Rain can always make things interesting. Let's see, here we've got Logan, Utah checking in. More Pride fans are in here again. Welcome, Pride fans.
All right, fans, on your feet and make some noise.
All right, here we go. Yep, a lot of umbrellas popping up. So the rain has begun. No idea how long it's going to last. Boy, good kickoff by the Pride. Pioneers return man at the 1, heads up the field. Whoa, went to make a move, tried to cut inside. It must be getting wet down there. Just slipped right to his backside. Down at the 15-yard line.
Number 22, Taiwan Cabins. Tackle made by number 47.
And so with that, the Pioneers going to be starting back right at the 15. And let's see, who was that? Yeah, that was Cabins with the attempted return. and trying to cut it back inside, and feet just slipped right out from underneath of him. There we go. We got a peculiar Missourian here. Oh, love for the broadcaster, announcer. Thank you. Always appreciate it. Atkins, play action pass, going over the middle again, and wide open is another Pioneer. He's at the 50, down to the 40, only one man to beat him. Shoves him off, moves back inside, and now he's going to be taken down by two Pride players at the 15-yard line, but the Pioneers, looking to go quick strike, are able to go all the way down the field to Ethan Pritchard, who was just running straight up the seam and went untouched until taken down right at the end. Boy, both sides now breaking off big chunks of yardage. It was on the ground for the Pride, in the air for the Pioneers. Atkins now quickly getting the Pioneers back to the line. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. And able to get about halfway to the first down marker, down right at the 10-yard line. I do believe this was Manning with the carry.
Ball carried on the fling by number 4, Jiren McMahon.
See, I'm thinking, just based on what I'm seeing here, for the Pride, Kobe Jones getting a lot of love. Now, we're going to call this Pioneers with another run, taken down right at the 1, so they're going to hustle right back to the line, and I mean, they're just inches from the end zone. See if Atkins is going to keep it on this one, wouldn't surprise me. Nope, right up the middle, and in they go. Touchdown, Pioneers, the offense quickly responding to the score by the Pride. Manning able just to, takes a handoff from the 1 little hop step to the left, and into pay dirt he goes. Again, this is a lot of scoring for first quarter. And that took the Pioneers about a minute and 16 seconds. Now, Pioneers lined up for the extra point. Good snap. Good placement. Kick is up. Kick is good. So the rain was a complete swing and miss, as now the umbrellas are starting to go away. Must have been just a quick sprinkle. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, definitely a chance of rain today, but there's been a chance down here for 3 days of rain and it done nothing. And I really could use some rain. New plants at the house, they need some rain. I don't want to water, so you know.
6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Score at Clarke University 7, your Pioneers 21.
So 21-7, Pioneers here in the first quarter. These special teams, boy, special teams players have got to be thrilled. Everybody's getting some action today. We've had a lot of kickoffs. And here we go, the run, the kick. Whoa, low line drive. Takes a hop, taken by the return man at the 9. Slowly heading up the field. He was trying to let some holes develop. Now he's found one, bounces it outside, cuts back into the middle, and it's going to be taken down near the 42-yard line. This is well done. That was a good return. The return man he didn't just turn the jets on and start heading up the field. You could see he kind of had this little gallop going as he was watching to see what would open up for him. He was able to find it. So a good return. And fielded at the 10 and taken to the 43. That is where they'll place it.
First and 10 for the Pride from the 38-yard line.
So the Pride coming off their scoring drive. Let's see what happens here. Boy, might be a new man under center. I'll tell you here shortly. No, maybe not. Nope, still Williams. He's going to throw it to the man out of the backfield. Pioneers are there. I'll tell you, that was good effort by Egan. He was able to kind of make a little bit of something out of absolutely nothing. He gets a 1-yard gain on what looked like could have been a 2-yard loss. Just kept himself moving and was able to fall forward. Williams quickly at the line. Ooh, Pioneers might have jumped. I don't see any flags, though. Play action pass going deep down the center of the field. Man is open. Oh, but he had to slow up for the ball. Williams couldn't get it underneath of him in stride. And the Pioneers just dodged one right there. He had a step. He was open. The ball was just underthrown. So, big sigh of relief for Pioneer Nation. And that also famous UGG for the Pride fans. And now, Pioneers didn't jump. They're going to try another long one outside. Oh, and a flag's going to be thrown. Now, see this one. I'm not so sure about this flag, as that ball looked pretty uncatchable going outside, hitting well out of bounds, but the official a little closer than me. But this is definitely going to be some pass interference on the Pioneers. This is going to move the ball for the Pride. Again, they were trying to dial it deep down the sideline, so they're going to make up a lot of ground here. So Randy Willett for the Pioneers called for the infraction. Oh, okay, so this is not going to be the spot foul, meaning it's the really questionable pass interference. It's the automatic first down, though. That's what you want if you're a Pride fan. They're going to run it up the middle, trying to bounce outside. Egan is going to have another good run. Cuts it in. Pioneers are there. Last week against Baker, I saw that Egan was well over 100 yards. And again, Baker, a formidable opponent, stout defense. So definitely a good running back for the Pride. And he is getting his carries today. Hey, there we go. We've got a Texas checking in. And they're going to feed him again. Egan looking. Oh, he got tripped up by his own man. He was trying to stay real close to his line, and just I could see it. I had a great line on it from where I'm at up here. His leg and the right back leg of a lineman, of his own lineman, got tangled up, so he hit the deck. So unfortunate for the Pride, is I think he might have been able to go for a little bit if he could have bounced it outside. So the Pride relying heavily on their run game at this point, especially on this drive. All right, they have their play from the sideline. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in the backfield with Williams. He's going to drop back. Egan stays in to block. He's got to run, throws it, and this is just thrown away out of bounds. Definitely in the area of a receiver, definitely outside the tackle box. So just a good decision to get rid of that ball by the quarterback for Clarke University. Okay, same formation. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Man in the backfield, and definitely trying to draw the Pioneers off sides. Very loud claps by the quarterback. Looking left, throws left, has one-on-one coverage, but this was overthrown. Not by much, though. That was close. So the pass was intended for Anthony Gonzalez, and he just wasn't quite able to chase it down. Might have gotten a fingernail on it, maybe. So 4th down coming up. Ball's on the 29-yard line, so the field goal unit coming back on. Now, worth note, here in the first quarter earlier, the Pioneers' field goal defense came up with a block. See what they can do this time. Good snap. Good placement. Kick is up. And it's good. Wow, good shot. 3 points scored for the Pride. And again, that ball kind of came out almost rotating sideways. I thought maybe somebody got a fingertip on it for the Pioneers. Still enough oomph on it, though, to get it through the uprights. And so with 4:26 remaining in the first quarter, our score is the Pioneers 21 and the Pride 10. So in our little program that we do here, we've got the football history for the Pioneers and Pride, or at least recent history. Split the series right now, 1-1. So not like anyone has a really big lead on the other here. But the games seem to end with high scores. So the last time they played last year, September 26, 2020, Clarke beat the Pioneers, walloped them 55-28. And then the last time they played in 2019 here, well, there's a kickoff out of the back of the end zone. I think the wind's picking up. The Pioneers won 62-6. So whichever way it goes, there's a lot of points scored. And it looks like somebody's always on the bad end of a thrashing. So we'll see what shapes up for the rest of this game again. 21-10, and we are still in the first quarter. Settle in, folks. We might be here a while. And look off to the south. And those definitely looks like some clouds that could bring a little wetness heading our direction. Atkins has it, looking left. Shoulder fake, rolls out of the pocket, throws downfield to the sideline, and if that's complete, that's a heck of a catch. And they're going to say it was incomplete as Tannis stepped out of bounds. Atkins, good job, though. Made some time for himself, created some space by rolling to his left. Was able to put it on Tannis. Tannis just couldn't stay in bounds and come up with it. So now they're going to hand it off. Wilridge bounces up the middle, and uh-oh. That went nowhere fast. All of a sudden, Wilridge grew by a bunch. Well, it's because he was getting picked up by a defender for Clarke University. And I'm sorry, that was Manning. That wasn't Wilridge. I apologize. I'm so far away, it's hard to tell. Now this play is blown dead. See if the Pioneers didn't allow him enough time. Nope, Clarke using a timeout. I knew the Pioneers were rushing. They were trying to get to the line as quick as they could. And the Pride were still in the midst of substitutions. I didn't know if they're going to be allowed the time or what the situation might be. Yeah, rules are weird. There you go. We got some more Pioneers fans checking in, more Pride fans checking in. Some love for the kicker on the 47-yard field goal. Indeed, it was a good one, and definitely had plenty of leg on it. That did not just sneak over the crossbar. That was a good kick. I'm going to bother my producer because she looks bored. What do you think? Is it going to rain? Going to rain on us?
I don't think so.
Oh, she's saying no. Sprinkles, but no more. Okay. All right. See, she's like me. Like, it's supposed to rain for days now with nothing, so I don't believe in rain anymore. I think it's a myth. All right, here we go. Both sides after the timeout, heading back onto the field. Atkins is going to have, he's got 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Man in the backfield. Good snap. Oh, has a man over the middle. Oh, had 2 of them over the middle. It's taken by Tannis. Tannis has the first down and a lot more. Foot race to the 25. And ruh-roh, a flag comes in late. Every indication this is going to be on Clarke. I don't think they like the hit. The head was lowered. He was tackled with the crown of a helmet. Are they going to call targeting? Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what they got. Or I could be totally wrong. Well, I didn't see that. They have called a horse collar. Apparently the tackle was done by horse collar. Again, I didn't see that at all. But the officials, 2 of them, threw their flags both at the same time at the play. So the Pioneers, after the horse collar penalty, which is a personal foul, are going to move forward. And the ball's going to be placed at the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Pioneers. Atkins alone in the backfield. Blitz coming. He's got to throw it away, going to the back of the end zone. Nobody home on that one, as Atkins had to throw well before he wanted to. The blitz was on by Clarke, and they were right in his face. Pass intended for St. Louis. Ended up in Albuquerque. Sorry. Terrible joke. Had to, though. Couldn't help it. Yeah, I see you shaking your head over there. I don't blame you. All right, trying to run up the middle of the Pioneers. They're going to be about halfway there. There's a pile falls over, a little pushing and shoving after the play. Careful, everyone. Careful, careful. If you're a Pioneers fan, you don't want a silly penalty at this point in time. Not when you're on the doorstep. Third down coming up, though, and the Pioneers actually are going to be able to get a first down before the end zone. Oh, and instead of that, we're going to jump off sides. False start. Yeah, false start. Whoopsies. Okay, so third down. And the ball going back to the 14-yard line. All right, Atkins sends a man in motion. Coming to his right. Everyone dispersed to the end zone. They're throwing a fade to the corner. That's, ooh, no flag. St. Louis is beside himself that he did not get the call. There's definitely contact. But was it mutual? Was there a lot of contact between both of them? Was it just one person? Couldn't have just been one person. I don't know. I am willing to bet. I would bet money that the official deemed that pass uncatchable. St. Louis, though, still having a word with him, not thrilled with that decision. So with fourth down, the Pioneers bring out the field goal unit. Should be just a little bit of chip shot here. Good snap, good placement. Kick is up, and where's that thing going? It missed. Boy, that puppy got up in the air and just kept drifting to the left. There is a bit of a breeze, but I certainly wouldn't call it a strong wind. Maybe the ball got up there in something, though, because it looked like it just stopped in dead air, went to the left. So there's a missed field goal, missed opportunity for the Pioneers. Again, within striking distance, but a penalty pushes them back. An incomplete pass in the end zone did not help matters. So now, good starting field position, ish. 25 isn't bad. And that is where the Pride are going to take over with 2:47 remaining in the first quarter. And this is on pace to be the longest football game in all of history. Ooh, questionable snap. Quarterback able to come up with it. Throws it out wide again. Ooh, good tackle. But 5-yard gain. So halfway to the first down marker. Oh, I think it's going to rain. I feel some cool breeze starting to pop in now. Like, oh, there might be something coming.
Tackle on the play made by number 2, Troy Hall. Second and 3.
All right, so able to come up with 7 on that first play. Second and 3. There's a run to the outside. Boy's gonna, oh boy, able to, second effort, gets him across the first down marker. So that's a good run for Garrett Egan.
Tackle made by number 6, Kid Dickerson.
Dickerson credited with the tackle over on the far side.
First and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Williams hands it off. Oh, boy, the Pioneers can't tackle anyone. Ooh, there's a good one, though. Uh-oh. There's flags everywhere. So a lot went wrong on that play. The running back was whistled down, although he did not feel he ever touched. Therefore, he returned to his feet and kept running. In response to that, even though the whistle had blown, Kid Dickerson tried to make the tackle on a still moving running back and kind of spun him out of bounds. So there's a lot going on with this play and the flags, and when Dickerson spun him out of bounds, that's when the laundry littered the field. So we're just going to have to see what the officials come up with here, but most likely on the Pioneers.
Dead ball. After the play, unsportsmanlike. Number 6, defense. 15 yards. First down.
So there we go, an unsportsmanlike penalty on Dickerson. That is a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and that is going to march the Pride into Pioneer territory by about 3 yards. So, again, that's unfortunate for the Pioneers, but you got to stop when you hear the whistle. even if the running back wants to make everyone believe that he's still going. Okay, so nope, they've marched him back. So 1 yard left of the Pride in their own territory. Williams has it, immediately rolls right, looking to throw on the run, still rolling, and slides. He might have actually slid for a loss. They might move him back a yard. Nope, they're going to say no gain.
Kenyon Williams, tackle made by number 9.
No, maybe not. Where's the official going to spot this? Where do you go? Where are you going? Spot it somewhere, guy.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Hey, no, they did actually give him a loss on that. Loss of 2 from where he slid.
And 11.
Giving the PA announcer a surprise. And another run up the middle. And boy, able to get back a lot of those yards and quickly. This is Egan again.
Ball carried on the play by number 2, Garrett Egan. Tackle made by number 9, Philip White.
Okay, so I see here in the chat room, someone says that the kicker for the Pride can hit from 60. Well, I would like to see that. I don't think I've been calling football games for 6 years now. I don't think I've seen a 60-yarder in person. Great run again by Egan. Comes up with the first down for the Pride. I'll tell you, from up here, he does not look like a big man, but once he gets moving, people are not able to bring him down. Let's see, Egan, 5'6", 160. And he's moving piles right now.
37-yard line.
Santa Ana, California in the house. I've been out to California in a few years. Need to get back out there for my tour of Major League Baseball stadiums. Have the Dodgers. Need to get the Angels. Here's a throw down the middle. Pass again underthrown and knocked away by the Pioneer defense. The receivers for the Pride are getting steps. He had a step on that, maybe even 2 steps. But the ball just hangs up in the air on Williams' throw, and the defense was able to catch up and knock it away. But credit to the Pride. They're trying to hit home runs here. They're really trying to get back in this game with 23 seconds remaining still in the first quarter. And the Pride have their play. Yep. They bluffed. Everyone stands back up, looks to the bench again. And now I think this is going to be delay a game. It sure looked like the play clock went dead to me. No, Clarke calls the timeout before it hits all zeros. Maybe or maybe not worth noting, but that's the second timeout Clarke has taken. Again, we're in the first quarter. Still a lot of time left, of course, in the game, second quarter, all that good stuff. The Pioneers began the game kicking off to the Pride. So to start the third quarter, the Pioneers will receive the ball first. Let's see if we've got any good stats here. Let's see if my stat system is working. That's the big one. Oh no, where'd everything go? Here we go. So Clarke leading the way. They have 9 first downs compared to 6 for the Pioneers. Third down efficiency, the Pride are 2 for 5. The Pioneers are 1 for 3. Now everyone's already getting back on the field. Where's all the good stuff here? Total yards, 200 for the Pioneers, 149 for the Pride. So again, that's first quarter. We're talking first quarter numbers here. Someone might say, oh, 200 yards, that's not a big deal. Well, that's first quarter. Here's another run. Egan, the Pioneers there, though. Boy, knocked down at the line. Good tackle for the Pioneers, and it's one of those tackles where you just don't want to be the guy on the bottom of that pile. And Egan was.
Egan tackle recorded by number 39, David Wright.
That's why I'm up here talking and not playing. Well, that and position, or not position, ability.
Fans, we never thought this moment would come, but it's the end of the first quarter.
PA announcer having fun. Said, fans, we never thought this moment would come, but there's the end of the first quarter. Yeah, let's be real honest, that was a really long first quarter. That was a real long first quarter. Boy, it took up about 48 minutes.
8-day program you have an autographed copy of the seniors, please bring your program to the
Ooh,
concession stand.
do I have an autographed copy of the seniors in my game day program? Oh, I do not. I'm working. I don't know if I could win anyway.
Specifically the seniors portion. If you do bring to the concession stand.
So again, we're at the end of the first quarter. 21-10 is your score. It's going to be 3rd and 10 when play resumes. Clarke University with the ball. So we're going to flip the field. Still dry outside, but definitely getting darker. Wind picking up a little bit. Could get some storms moving in. Maybe some rain. Who knows? It's October now, so I feel like it should be football weather. So if the temperature wanted to drop like 40 degrees, I'd be okay with that. Except then I would be woefully ill-prepared on how I'm dressed. All right, the officials blowing the whistle, ready for everyone to join them back on the field. All right, 3rd and 10 coming up. Keep an eye on Egan in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, draw play. Oh, boy. The Pioneer defense was there, and the defender just missed knocking that down, so that is a reception and a first down completion for the Pride. Max Steffen. Good concentration on his part, because, again, the defender just flew right in front of him trying to knock that ball down. Still able to come up with the catch. Turned it upfield for maybe an extra yard or two before being pushed out of bounds. Egan's going to run left side, cuts back in the middle. Bounces off of a Pioneer tackle. Did you guys see that? I saw that. Did you see that? I mean, that looked like a great form tackle by the Pioneer defense, and Egan just bounced right off of it. You were like the buzzing of flies to him. This is a good runner. Jeez Louise. And they're going to go again. He's going to go left side, trying to get to the edge. He's going to get it, and into the end zone he scampers. And that's a touchdown for Pride. For the Pride, I'm sorry. Clarke University able to come up with a run off the left edge into the end zone. And the Pioneer lead, not nearly as large as it once was. Extra point pending. And I'm sorry, I hesitated for a moment. So some of the players in October are able to kind of choose the color of tape that they wear to support cancer. Or, the cancers have various colors. And I saw someone wearing yellow. I thought it was a flag. I thought there was a flag on the play. Nope, it was tape. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. And so with that, the Pioneer lead now slim at 21-17. It took 50 seconds for the Pride to take it into the end zone. Again, they were facing a 3rd and 10 when we started this quarter. They said, meh, we care not about this, and take it down the field and put it into the end zone. So again, happiness abounds for special teams players as they'll be back on the field. You can kind of tell that first quarter took it out of everyone. Both sidelines are just kind of meh. Pioneer offense has stalled a little bit lately. See what they can do. I do feel like time of possession is probably heavily in the favor of Clarke.
All right, fans, get on your feet.
I don't even remember the last time I saw the Pioneer offense. It was so long. And there's the kick. Good kick. Gets caught up in the wind, though. It's going to be returnable for the Pioneers. Fielded at the 5. And now heading up the field. Boy, I saw a hole there, and then it closed. Down goes the return man for the Pioneers. Ball's going to be placed, I would say, around the 19-yard line.
Ball returned for the Pioneers by number 2, Paul St. Louis.
St. Louis with the return. He was trying to hit the same break that I saw, but it closed quickly on him. Now Atkins, Manning are going to be your backfield for the Pioneers. Tanis is on the outside. See, we got Himes in there as well. I believe that's Templeman out there up at the top of your screen. And boy, they give it to Manning. That play slow to develop, and it's going to go nowhere. Slow to develop and went nowhere fast. I don't know if Atkins turned early or Manning was late getting there, but it looked like Atkins was just standing there waiting for him to take the handoff for what felt like forever. Defense not exactly fooled at that point. So 2nd and 11 coming up for the Pioneers. They're going to take it single coverage to Tanis on the outside, try to one-handed grab. That one going to work. As they're just kind of looking to get anything to move the sticks. And I'm certainly no coach. I'm simply a guy running his mouth up in a broadcast booth, but Pioneers are having great success earlier over the middle of the field. It seems like the Pride had the outsides well covered. So the Pioneers maybe look down the center of the field again. Oh, missed an opportunity to get Clarke jumping off sides. They had 2 players jump, but the Pioneers didn't snap the ball. Atkins dropping back, alone in the backfield. Looking, there we go, over the middle, has his man. Himes with it, past the first down marker, and there we go. Pioneers are able to come up with first down yardage on a play over the middle. Oh, broadcaster brilliance. No, not really.
And that's good for a Pioneer first down.
All right, Atkins gives it to Manning up the middle. Still nothing doing. There's just no room up the middle for the run game. The middle is working well for the passing game, not for the run game.
Tackle recorded by number 99, Javaris Jackson.
Okay, I'm seeing some more Clarke University fans checking in. You're going to have to help me. Area code 407. Help me out with that. Where is that? I see the palm trees. If it's by water and beautiful, I want to go to there. Atkins gives it to Manning. Now they're going to try and let Manning get the edge. Not going up the middle this time, and Manning able to take it up to the first down marker. I believe he's going to have enough, or he's going to be very, very short. Like real short. No. Okay, not as close as I thought. The whole play was moving towards the far sideline. The guy holding the first down marker, he abandoned ship quickly. So I was just kind of guessing where the marker was. It's going to bring up 3rd down, I believe. 2? Nope, 1. 3rd and 1. And now we have an official timeout on the play. I think an official had to tie his shoe.
After further inspection, that's good for a Pioneer.
Oh, no, they decided to move the chains. It was enough for the first down marker. See, everyone was confused when the chain gang abandoned ship. I don't blame them. I got 5 guys in pads running at me. I'm going to run away too. Just not very fast or very far. Ooh, dangerous pass. Atkins' pass was low and almost picked off, but it falls incomplete. Whew, that was attempted to Himes. Ooh, Orlando. All right, we got Orlando checking in. I like it. Buddy of mine lives down there. I think I need to go visit him and his family. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up. Atkins with it. Uh-oh. And half of the Pioneer offense jumped and the other half stood perfectly still. That's a whoopsies. So that's also going to be 5 yards. Maybe, you know, everyone on the left side of the offense was in perfect unison, and everyone on the right side was in unison with each other. So, you know, it was almost beautiful. Keyword is almost. All right, 2nd and a long way to go now for the Pioneers. 2nd and 15. See what the Pioneers can dial up here. Boy, they almost jumped again. Atkins going one-on-one on the sideline to Tanis. Tanis has it, bobbles it, and out of bounds he goes. It's going to fall incomplete. That was going to be a difficult catch if Tanis was able to come up with that. Atkins and Tanis, though, have pulled off some miracle plays both last season and this. So they normally have pretty good time connecting. Couldn't do it on this one. Going empty backfield. Atkins throwing. Has a man, and there we go. There's a first down for the Pioneers. Well done. A nice out route by the Pioneer offense, and Himes able to come up with the completion. He's able to move it forward and get the first down for the Pioneers. So this drive stays alive as we're slowly but surely moving through the second quarter. 11 and a half remaining. Pioneers driving. Game has gotten a lot closer than it looked in the beginning. Pressure coming. Atkins needs to get rid of that. Nope. Into the grasps of the defenders he goes. He drops for a sack. Loss of 1. Thought Atkins was going to step forward, tuck and run. But wanted one last look downfield, and it was one look too long. Defense able to catch up with him and drop him in the backfield. Second and 11. Oh, ball knocked down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Good job by the defense of the Pride. One of those big old linemen able to get his big paw in the air and knock that down. 0% chance I was going to be able to accurately tell you which one. Not from all the way up here. So now 3rd and a mile. Coming up for the Pioneer offense. 3rd and 11. Atkins ready. Tanis trying to go over the middle, and boy, here's the pressure. That's going to be a sack as the Pride are able to put Atkins down near midfield, so erasing any opportunity for a field goal attempt. Let's see. Griffin Mulcahy comes up with that sack. My apologies to the Pride fans if I'm butchering his name. So the Pioneers are going to have to punt. I think they have not punted since their first drive of the game. And able to get it away. Good kick. Check up, though. Check up. Oh, it's a foot race in the end zone. Oh, and St. Louis can't win it. Yeah, once that ball hit the ground, it started rolling heavily in the favor of Clarke. He goes into the end zone for a touchback, and the Pride will take over on the 25-yard line. It's a little too much oomph on that punt. It was end over end with a forward motion, so you knew as soon as it hit, it was just going to keep moving forward. Needed that thing to check up and come backwards, but nope. All right, the Pride are ready to go. Williams hands it off to Egan. I don't see why you wouldn't. And he's going to be taken down for a short gain. So the Clarke fans might disagree with me, but I'm really kind of thinking that they've put the game on the shoulders and or legs of Egan, as he's been the one to carry the load and get them back into this game. Now he's going to head out of the backfield. They're going to set up a screen the other direction. First tackler misses, and now taken down right at the first down marker is Gonzalez. Gonzalez down at the first down marker. They're going to go ahead and move the chains. Oh, there we go. We got a MNU fan checking in from the Bay Area over in San Francisco. Your Giants are looking good this year. Almost time for playoff baseball. Hooray. So here's another run up the middle. This is going to be, looks like they're going to give him 2 yards on this carry. Egan just kind of ran into a big wall of people. And now the Pioneers have a man down right at the line of scrimmage, right where the tackle happened. Seems to be grabbing at an ankle. So we've got an injury timeout. All right, let's see if I can. Well, he's already on his feet. Boy, every time I try and get you guys stats, they get up, which I guess is good. All right, total yards again here. We're only in the second quarter. 235 for the Pioneers, 199 for Clarke. So they are almost dead even. Clarke is coming roaring back here in the second quarter. Pioneers are doing it in the air with 222 yards. And then Clarke is doing it on the ground. I'm sure. Where is it? Why can't I find it? Yep, we're back underway, sorry. And now Egan again up the middle. Boy, he's picking up big chunks of yards almost every time he touches the ball. Portugal with the tackle.
Third down.
So right now, I've got Egan at 14 attempts for 112 yards. His longest was that 45-yard scamper in the first quarter, and he's got a touchdown. So, oh, boy, here's a miscommunication. Quarterback runs into running back, but a man got free down the field. The Pioneer defense, well, they were sleeping. I think everybody stopped when they saw the miscommunication in the backfield between quarterback and running back. Well, the wide receiver for Clarke, he did not stop, and he was not looking around. Now, unfortunately, he's down on the Pioneer sideline. He's taking his helmet off, and he's grabbing his head. So, concussion protocols, I would say, in order. It's the Cesar Aguilera, who really, I mean, he came down hard when he got tackled, and is really shaken up over on the Pioneer sideline. So another injury timeout, this time for Clarke. And hopefully this is not nearly as serious as it looks. Coach for Clarke heading over. Trainers are over there as well. So while they're checking on him, let's see here. We've got some more people checking in. We've got Atlanta and Homestead, Florida. All Pride fans. So Pride fans are everywhere. So Aguilera now, he's up to sitting. And they're going to bring him up to his feet, which is good. And he's going to head over to the other side of the field under his own power, but I think those are some wobbly legs he's on right now. So they need to definitely get him looked at and taken care of. Even getting some well-wish pads from the officials. 'Cause, yeah, that's, I'm going to imagine his day is done, but I could be wrong. Yeesh. Scary stuff. Okay, so with that, play ready to resume. Clarke driving. They are deep in Pioneer territory right now. 1st and 10 coming up. Williams looks over to his bench, has his play. Now the whole offensive line is going to straighten up and take a look. Pioneers calling out what they want to do. You got to watch Egan. He's moved over. He's going to try and get that left side. Takes it, goes right up the middle. And he's still moving Pioneer. Somebody even lost a helmet, and he's still going. A Pioneer lost his dome. I think under regulation he has to leave the field for a play.
Tackle on the play, number 52.
Falasatofi. He got credited with the tackle, which he did without a helmet on. He's got to come off for a play on that one. And now whistle blown. What are we doing here? Oh, the chain gang didn't move. One guy was still set up at the wrong end of the field. It's 1st and goal now. Oh, and the scoreboard hasn't updated. Something's wonky here. Nothing's going right. Okay, now we're moving the chain gang. It is not, let's see. No, I'm sorry. The ball's all the way back at the 19. Boy, everything's going weird. Here we go. Okay, 1st and 10. Ball is actually on the 13. There we go. Okay, now we got it all sorted out. Ooh, good pressure by the Pioneers, but the pass gets away, and now it's out of bounds. Boy, I thought they were going to come up with a spectacular touchdown grab there. The Pioneer defense, though, able to hit the quarterback as he threw. Probably just didn't put it right where he wanted it. There we go. We got some love from the Lake of the Ozarks. There we go. San Diego in the house. All right, quickly to the line. Here come the Pride. You might see the umbrellas coming back out. So the rain has started up again. Here's Egan. Left side. Still can't be brought down. Finally is. Let's see where the ball goes now. See, some umbrellas are out, but people aren't exactly scrambling, so maybe we just got kind of a mist going right now. I'm an old school football fan. I would love for, rain. Let's get a real rainy game going. Easy for me to say. I'm up in a press box. I'm not in it. Okay, third down. The Pride can get a first down at the 3-yard line. They're going to hand it off, but this is not Egan. This was a different running back in the backfield. And he is taken down at the line of scrimmage. So with that, it appears the field goal unit is coming on for Clarke.
Tackle on the play made by number 15, Reese Portugal.
So Portugal credited with the tackle. Again, not much wind. And I've been told by reliable sources that the kicker for the Pride is quite good. So I think this will be a pretty easy chip shot for him. Good placement, good kick. Kick is up, plenty of room. Oh, they said no good? Really? Okay. Well, it looked good from up here, but the officials, after a very long look at each other, both decided it was not good. I wonder if it just went right over one of the posts. And now the Pride fans are going to accuse me of jinxing him because I was told that he was quite good. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell you how that missed. From up here, it looked good. It must have had to have gone wide left. It's the only thing he could have done. If it was wide right, I would have noticed her. I could tell from up here. Had to have been wide left. So the Pioneers now take over on the 25-yard line. Offense stalled on their last drive. This has been a much less exciting second quarter for the Pioneers, as they're still trying to get something going. Here's a run up the middle, and as I've previously stated, the middle is closed. Wilridge with a very small gain. I think they're going to give him 2. But the defense of the Pride, they're just shutting it down right at the gut. Pioneers have had some success in other spots, but not here. I guess they're going to keep going until it breaks open. Now, play action pass. Atkins with it. Pocket collapsing. And I think that's going to be a loss of 1. He'll be lucky if they say no. No, they're going to give him 1, so that's not a sack. Atkins was just able to kind of fall forward for a 1-yard gain, but 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd and 6.
Third and 6, I'm sorry. So Atkins got to get something going here for the Pioneers. Pump fakes, goes over the middle. They've had success. Tanis with it, good catch. And now tackled right at the middle of the field, let's say, in between the hash marks, I should say, not midfield, but it's enough for the first down for the Pioneers.
And that's good for a Pioneer first down.
Ball's going to be placed at the 39-yard line, so the Pioneers not quite yet into Pride territory. And another run up the middle. Guess where it went? Guess where it went? It went nowhere. Now, big substitution being made for the Pride. They're bringing in a different defensive unit. Actually, pretty much a brand new defensive line. Another Texas in the house.
2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 coming up. As I bumped my microphone, sorry. Atkins, shoulder fakes out wide. Pressure comes, he loses the ball. The ball's free on the ground. Scooped up by Clarke, I believe. Indeed it is. That is Mulcahy. Comes up with the fumbled ball. And I only say this as a broadcaster. I am certainly not trying to throw water on anyone here, but the internal clock on Atkins needs a new battery. And it gets running a half step behind. Because several plays now, he needed to have been rid of that ball and is still holding on to it. Again, that's just that quarterback clock that they've got to have where you know you're about to get leveled if you don't get rid of this thing. And so it did not go off in time on that play, so he was hit from behind, forces the fumble. Now Egan is going to run off the left side, and away he goes. First down, a little bit more. And he's going to be taken down near the 30-yard line.
Tackle on the play made by number 13, Anthony Sound.
So ball at the 30, 1st and 10 coming up for the Pride.
30-yard line.
I see some people scrambling around a little bit. I think the rain is intensifying a hair. Here's a run up the middle. This time the Pioneers' defensive line able to knock that down for a minimal gain.
Garrett Egan, the ball carrier.
Remember, we're not even into second half. There's 3:30 remaining in the second quarter. The offense for the Pride looking to the bench. Back in formation. And they're going to hand it off. A stretch play to Egan. Tries a stutter step. It works. He's able to get through the defensive line. Ooh, now everyone's acting like that ball came out at the end. I don't know if the officials are buying that. Either way, Egan's going to have enough for the first down. Now the officials are going to call a timeout. Perhaps they want to measure. No, I'm sorry. There's an injured player down. This is for Clarke University. Bring you who that is when I can. Okay, now you got to help me out. Let's see. There's love from 305. Where's 305? Someone give me the 305 area code. What? It's number 2 that's down? Okay, thank you. Oh, so if this is number 2, this is Egan, the running back, who has been a huge part of the Pride offense today. So losing him for any amount of time would be what we would call a devastating blow. Trying to see what they're working on. This is lower body. Seems to be where the focus is. But Egan down still on his back. Yeah, this is big if Egan can't go. He has been a huge player for the Pride here in the first half. Fortunately, if you're a Pride fan, coming down to halftime, you know, maybe he can receive some treatment, walk it off, whatever the case might be. If this is something that can be walked off, I don't know, and I will not speculate. I think both sides are taking it serious. As the sideline for both squads now down to a knee as Egan receives attention. He's now sitting up. And it looks like they're ready to raise him up to his feet, so that's a positive. And he is up to his feet. He is going to be assisted off the field, and this certainly looks like a right leg injury, as he is not putting any weight on that. So huge loss here, at least for the moment, for Clarke. Yeah, So it's definitely something with the right leg. He's not putting any weight on. He's being helped off by 2 linemen. Oh, there we go. Miami, Florida. Thank you. And now the second running back in gets the first carry. And he's able to take it near the first down marker. So a good run for the backup.
Sean Caesar, the ball carrier. Tackle on the play.
That is Sean Caesar,
Pledger.
sophomore running back. He's 5'7", 175.
Second and 4.
So he's a big body. Come barreling through there. They're going to give it to him again off the left edge. He's got blockers this time. Ooh, but the Pioneer defensive line able to chase him down. That was a great play by the defense. Prevented him from getting all the way outside. That was Tofi. Was able to come up with a tackle.
Ball carried on the play by number 26, Sean Caesar. Tackle recorded by number 52. Tofi.
So with the injury, at least it appears to me, Clarke is slowing it down big time now. They are not nearly running at the speed they were earlier. Now Williams drops back, looking to throw. Over the middle, has a man, and that's a touchdown. Easy pitch and catch right there.
Williams pass is complete to number 35, Kenyon Miller for the touchdown.
Miller with the touchdown catch in the end zone. It's Caden Miller, 5'11", 185. I thought he looked tall. Indeed, he is. And with that, we've got a lead change. Lead change with 1:38 remaining in the second quarter. It's 23-21. Extra point pending for Clarke University. Good snap, good placement. The extra point is up. And the extra point is good. So we have new leaders in this race to the end. It's 24-21. The Pride have jumped on top of the Pioneers here late in the second quarter. Now, worth noting, the Pioneers will begin the third quarter with the ball. So second half action will begin with Clarke kicking to MNU. If I happen to hear anything during halftime about Egan, I will pass it on. Every once in a while, I'll hear something said up here in the booth. So now the Pioneer special teams ready to field this kick. The offense is going to have 138, actually a hair under that. See if they can't get something on the board, maybe tie this game up. Going into the half, the Pioneers will have the wind at their back. Rain is picking up here. This kick will be returnable for the Pioneers. Fielded at the 6. St. Louis with it. Ooh, nice stutter step. Avoids the first wave. And now we've got flags flying in from everywhere.
Ball returned for the Pioneers by number 2.
So we're going to have to see. I don't know what the flags are on. Both officials threw them basically in unison. So something was seen. The officials having a very long word about this. Now here comes the boss man. Tell us what's going on.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both
Okay.
by the return team.
Ooh.
Holding, return team, that penalty's declined. Personal foul, illegal blindside block.
Ooh.
2 yards, first down.
So both penalties were on the Pioneers. The first one was waved off, no big deal. And then we had a blindside block from the Pioneers, 10 yards from, I guess, spot of the foul. That's going to move the Pioneers all the way back. They're going to start this drive on the 11-yard line with 1.5 minutes remaining. And the band is about to abandon ship. Get the instruments out of the rain. Sometimes they'll go down, though, and they'll play under the bleachers. Atkins alone in the backfield, looking, throws over the middle, has Himes. Himes, good spin move. Now he gets lit up, and boy, there's a lot of white shirts around him. They take him down. Pioneers are going to need more chunks of yardage than this, though. Pioneers with all 3 of their timeouts, though, down to 1:15.
2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 coming up. Atkins dropping back, pressure coming. Steps forward. Hit, taken down. From up here, it looks like he has enough for the first down. Hard to tell. So they're going to stop the clock, and they're going to move the chains, and now resume the clock. All right. Again, though, 1-yard gain is lovely, but the Pioneers, who are trying to hurry, down to 45 seconds, still with all 3 of their timeouts. And now they're going to use one. So the first timeout used by the Pioneers, the clock is stopped with 43.8 seconds remaining. Pioneers still have a mile to go if they want to put any points on the board before half. The wind is picking up, rain is getting harder. I'm still perfectly dry up here in the booth in case anyone was wondering. Although anytime there's lightning in the area, I don't like being up here in this tin box, but for right now, I'm okay. I don't think there's any call for that, though. I don't think there's going to be any storm-like activity. Just rains. All right, the officials have had enough of that nonsense. So everyone get on the field. Let's go. Well, this first play will tell us a lot if the Pioneers are going to try and make anything happen before the half, or they're just going to be happy to get to the locker room. Empty backfield. Pressure coming. Atkins steps up, gets wrapped up, and it's going to be dropped like a sack of potatoes in the backfield.
Atkins is sacked on the play by number 52, Callan Coleman.
So Callan Coleman credited for the sack. Pioneers now going with a little hurry up. Again, not stopping the clock with 20 seconds left. I think they're just going to be happy to get to the locker room here. Atkins dropping back again. Still holding the ball, now rolls out. Going to carry it, tucks it under his arm, and now takes it out of bounds. That will stop the clock with 7.2 seconds remaining.
Ball carried on the play by number 16, Blake Atkins.
Not enough to get the Pioneers first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down from the 30-yard line. Deep in their own territory are the Pioneers. 3rd and 2. Here we go. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in the backfield with Atkins now. Timeout called by Clarke. They're going to burn their last timeout of the half. Might as well. Didn't like what the Pioneers were showing on offense, so they wanted to slow things down. So halftime, they're going to set it for, when we get to halftime, they're going to set it for 20 minutes on the clock. I'll come back a few minutes early and bring you all the first half stats before we get started with the 3rd quarter. So make sure you go refill your beverage, order another pizza, send me a pizza up here at the Olathe District Activity Center. That'd be all right. And then we'll come back for 3rd quarter action and this year's contender for longest game ever. Okay. Third down coming up. Again, it's raining pretty hard out there now. Good coverage. Atkins throws, has Tanis over the middle. Tanis is going to have enough for the first down. This is going to do it for the half, though, whenever this play ends. And he steps out of bounds right at midfield. So that's going to do it for first half action. Your score going into the break, the visiting Pride from Clarke University, 24, and the hometown Mid-American Nazarene University Pioneers, 21. All right, set your clocks for 20 minutes. Come back in probably 17, and we'll go over first half stats. We'll see you here in a bit.
Pioneer fans, will you please direct your attention to the 50-yard line as we welcome our class of 2022 recruits to ODAC. Liam Aldridge from Park Hill, Missouri. Casey Keller-Strauss from Cameron, Missouri. Marvis McDaniel from Brookhaven, Mississippi. Tiernan Reed Cox from Ottawa, Kansas. Will Savage from Collinsville, Oklahoma. And Gavin Weisenhunt from Lewisburg, Kansas. Fans, please give a warm welcome to the class of 2022 recruits.
To be a pioneer is much more than a name. It's a frame of mind, a stream of thought like a straight line to the kind of change that can rearrange the world. A pioneer addresses the most relevant need and right there plants a seed. Not with a fickle hope for that seed to grow. A pioneer knows. They've done the research, done the work, already had their hands in the dirt. A pioneer doesn't question the impact of the seed they sow. They dream of how far and why that impact will go. To be a pioneer is a state of being, a way of seeing and seeking the best. Pioneers don't settle with all the rest, they soar with a confidence built upon care, a longing to share successes, accomplishments, their secure point of view. But pioneers don't just talk, they listen too. Because the mark of excellence for any true pioneer is eyes.
At Mid-America, we are committed to ensuring our graduates walk away with the skill sets that they need. We have exciting new programs that are part of our professional and graduate studies and our traditional studies here at Mid-America. As you can see, Mid-America is an exciting place to be, and we're ready for you to jump in and join us as we move forward transforming the world for our God.
Swallow your pride, there's nowhere to hide. What would you decide when it's on the line? Rocky roads, but we stayed unshakable. Been through it all and we still unbreakable.
welcome back, everybody. If you can hear the golden tones of my voice, come back. Come back to the computer. Told you we'd go over first half stats here. We got about 2.5 minutes remaining in halftime. Real quick, the individual stats for Clarke. Kenyon Williams, the only one who's attempted a pass. He's 13 for 21 for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Garrett Egan, 20 attempts, 155 yards. His longest was 45. He's got a touchdown. He is averaging 7.8 yards per carry. That's ridiculous. And as you know, if you were watching the first half, he had an injury scare towards the end of the first half, but he is out on the field right now engaging in warm-ups. So looks like he will likely be returning to the lineup for the Pride. He is out there right now. I see him trotting across the field. Maybe he's trying things out to see if he can go in the second half. He is heading over towards the sideline while everyone else is doing their calisthenics, so we'll see. See, right behind him, Sean Cesar has 3 attempts for 6 yards. He'll see the bulk of the carries if Egan can't go. And then leading in receptions is Cesar Aguilera. He has 6 receptions for 86 yards. His longest was the 39-yard bomb, and he's got a touchdown. Over for the Pioneers. If my phone will allow me to look at the Pioneer stats. Hello. There we go. Blake Atkins is 9 for 18 for 268 yards and a touchdown. Manning has 8 rushing attempts for 20 yards. His longest is only 8, and he's got a touchdown. So, again, the Pioneer running game struggling mightily. As between the 2 running backs and Atkins, they're only at 29 yards on the ground. Caleb Tanis leading the way with 3 receptions for 90 yards. His longest was 53. And then Olabi caught the 1 reception for the 56-yard touchdown bomb from Atkins. So that's where we are individually. Total yards, almost dead even. 299 total yards for Clarke, 297 total yards for the Pioneers. So both of them are right there. Pioneers leading the way through the air at 268 yards to 136. And let's see here, net rushing yards, yikes. Like I said, 29 for the Pioneers, 163 for Clarke. So you can kind of see where both sides are doing their damage, as we are just a 3-point game at 24-21 as we're getting ready to start the third quarter. The Pioneers will receive. So this has been a pretty even matchup. Both sides take the field. We are ready to get back underway. Thank you all for coming back and joining us. Rain still steady here, so both sides are going to have to deal with the elements, at least in the opening moments of the third quarter. I mean, I think I'm seeing some breaks in the cloud. I think the rain will probably cease before the end of the game. And the kick is underway. And that's going to take a bounce into the end zone, out of the back. That's going to be a touchback, and the Pioneer offense will start at the 25-yard line. So again, welcome back to fans from both sides, the Clarke fans, Pioneer fans. Definitely appeared to me that Clarke did not have a broadcast crew traveling to Olathe with them, so I don't know if you're part of the Clarke faithful, you're stuck listening to the MNU guy. Thanks for bearing with me. Atkins back for the Pioneers. He's got 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Man goes in motion, making it 3 to his left. And they're going to hand off up the middle. And it goes nowhere. It's proof that coaches don't care about what I think. Because I would definitely throw the run up the middle out the window because Clarke has been all over it today. Atkins fakes it. They're going outside. Back shoulder throw to Tanis. He completes. At least it looked completed to me. Need the call from the official. Indeed. And it was right along the sideline, so just making sure he didn't step out of bounds. But a completed pass for the Pioneer. And that is going to move the chains. So first down for the Pioneers. Pioneers going into a bit of a hurry-up offense. No huddle. They're going to give it to Manning up the middle. And that's Manning going backwards. Pioneers now looking to the sideline to get their play. Atkins now has 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Manning is going to go to the right. They're going to throw to him out of the backfield. Wide receivers are going to screen and block for him. He's able to get upfield right to the first down marker. Should be enough to move the chains. Oh, no. They're going to leave him a little short? Little short. Oh, just a little bit. No, they're going to move the chains. Chain gang is as confused as I am. They don't know what to do. All right, they're going to call it a first down. Pioneers quickly. Ready to go again. Atkins getting handed off. This time they're getting Manning on the edge. And look, he finds some positive yardage. Probably a gain of 6 there.
Jaron Manning, the ball carrier, tackle made by number 11, Logan Otting.
Nope, they gave him 5 on that play. So 2nd and 5 coming up. Atkins still has Manning back there with him. They're going to give it to Manning up the middle. No, I'm sorry, Atkins kept it. That was a good play fake. And Atkins trying to run with it. Has enough for the first down. Oh, boy, and he gets hit hard. He did not go for any kind of a give-up slide. He didn't even try and step out of bounds. He cut it back inside onto the field. And he took a few shots there, but good hard run by Atkins. Gets the chains moving for the Pioneers. Brings up another first down.
And that's good for a Pioneer first down.
So the Pioneers on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Taking it down the field, still on the move. Fresh set of downs. Atkins with it. Since 4 out wide, steps up in the pocket. Now he's scrambling again. And this time he's run out of bounds, short of the first down marker. But, you know, I made comment towards the end of the first half, not that I'm any specialist or anything, but that the clock in Atkins' head was a little off. I think somebody might have replaced the batteries because he is about perfect right now on his timing. When it's not there, he's tucking the ball, he's running forward, he hasn't taken a loss. So let's keep it that way. That's one of those halftime adjustments where probably a coach just said, hey, remember, your clock. Oh, yeah, got it. Or however he does it. Atkins again sends it. Tanis has it. One-on-one, trying to get into the end zone, and he fumbles. Oh, whoo, boy, they called a touchdown. Touchdown, Pioneers, just the way we drew it up. As Tanis was going into the end zone, the ball came free, but the official on the far side already had his whistle blown and arms up for a touchdown. But that was stressful. So, anyway, this is going to be a touchdown highlight that does not go on the Instagram page because I botched that call as I saw the ball fumbled. But the touchdown is good. So the Pioneers reclaim the lead at 27-24, extra point pending. Ooh, low snap. They were able to get the ball placed. It's up and it's good. Ooh, that was close. Again, raining steadily. So that ball's going to get a little slippery out there. 12:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Pioneers reclaiming the lead at 28-24. And now this will be the big question for the Pride. Can Egan come back into the game? Again, he came out of the locker room, helmet on, did some warm-ups with the team, but not all of them before he went over to the sideline. So we're just going to have to see if he is able to continue on. The cheer masters for the Pioneers have decided they will forego wearing the ponchos. So they are out there in the elements, trying to get the crowd fired up. People staying around, everyone with their umbrellas out. Not too many came down from Dubuque, Iowa for the Pride side of things. And there's the kick. This will be returnable. They're comes a return man, fielded around the 11-yard line. And the Pioneers finally able to take him down. Ooh, now we got a late flag coming in on the play. He's taken down around the 34-yard line. We'll see where the placement is, and then we'll check on this flag.
By number 8, Max Steffen. There's a flag on the play.
The officials having a chat about this. Here we go.
During the kickoff, block in the back on the return team. First down.
So a block in the back on Clarke is called. That's going to back them up. Ball's going to be placed on the 22-yard line. And that is where the Pride offense will take over. And I'm looking. So Egan has not returned to the game, at least not as of yet. But Sean Cesar is in there. And now here's a pass, trying to sling it out wide. Again, I think the ball being slippery just slipped out of the hands. Worth note is Cesar Aguilera back in the game. He left injured. Again, from way up here, I thought it looked kind of like a almost concussion type thing, like he got his bell rung a little bit. But he's back onto the field. Now they're going to try a jet sweep. Pioneers on it, and upended is Aguilera. And now he is down again. This play is going to be blown dead. That was not a fumble, but Aguilera just got 180'd in the air, and he is down. He's hurt again. Boy, as soon as I mentioned that he was back, he's down and writhing in pain. Now he's up. There we go. He hops up to his feet. Whistles are blown. He's probably going to have to leave the field a little bit. But, yeah, this is another right leg injury. And now the trainers are going to slow him down before he can do any potential further damage to himself. Nope, maybe it's his left. I don't know. It's leg. Boy, he just got rocked on that play. Yeah, left leg. He's going to walk off the field rather gingerly. The injuries piling up over for the offense of the Pride. Okay, so right now, after that, it is third down, 13 yards to go. There's that strange interference I can hear in my headset, which I think you guys can hear too. So 3rd and 13, ball on the 19-yard line. Cesar still in the backfield. Back with Williams. Williams has 3 to his left, 1 to his right. And they're going to hand it off, draw up the middle, and the Pioneer defense equal to the task. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And this is going to force a punt by the offense of Clarke University. So good start for the defense. Good start for the offense coming out of the half. So things are going well for the Pioneers at the moment. Still a lot of game left, and now the Pioneers are completely discombobulated on this punt coverage. And now they're getting it shored up, but geez. Players kind of throwing each other around to get people in the right spot. Now they're going to send a man in motion. Looking for a fake. Nope, there's the kick. The punt's away. Oh, fielded and destroyed. Oh, my. That did not work out well for the Pioneers. Randy Willett trying to field that punt. Never called for the fair catch. Caught it, and the special teams was on him. He got lit up. I don't think he ever actually had it, but of course he touched it, so that would be a muff. And they're going to officially call it a fumble. It was recovered by Clarke, so Clarke really just gets to gain a lot of field position. They're going to talk things over right now, but I don't see how this play doesn't stand. But, eesh. And then a sideline warning for Clarke University. Okay. I'd give you more on that if I knew what it was. I don't know what the infraction was, but okay. Must have just gotten a little too close to the field after the recovery of the fumble. So the defense back onto the field for the Pioneers. The offense for Clarke now with great field position as the ball is on the 31-yard line, now in Pioneer territory. The rain is either slowed or stopped, as now it looks like the sun's about to come back out. Midwest weather, gotta love it. Just raining long enough to get everything soaked down there. And now here's another run. Pioneer defensive line able to handle that. This might have been Anthony King with the carry. This was not Caesar. It was King. King with the carry. So they gave it to the wide receiver. They did have a running back on the play, but they gave it in a handoff to the wide receiver. Now they're going to drop back, rolling right, checking it towards the end zone. Oh, almost an interception for the Pioneers, but not able to reel that in. It was the Pioneer defense. This was Carlos Fernandez. Had his hands on it, but couldn't quite get control of the ball in the end zone.
By number 10, Carlos Fernandez.
So with that, 3rd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line. They're going to drop back to pass. Pressure coming from the Pioneers, and they got him. Pioneers got Williams in the backfield, and that's a big loss. This might push him out of any kind of field goal attempt. Oh, and now a flag on the play. This has come in late. Ruh-roh.
There's a flag on the play.
And Pioneers think it's on them. Monte Griffin shaking his head. Taunting would be my guess.
Unsportsmanlike. Number 3 on the defense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Number 70 offense. Those penalties off.
They're going to be 2 unsportsmanlike penalties. They're going to be offsetting. So Pledger for the Pioneers, and I'm sorry I didn't catch a number for Clarke, one of their linemen. So all that being said, it's now 4th down, 4th, and they have not updated the scoreboard yet, but 4th in a really long way. Let's see. Oh, they are going to attempt a field goal from back here. Now the flags aren't moving much. It's definitely not a stiff breeze, but they are kicking into what little wind there is. Boy, howdy, let's see here. It's 10 yards for the end zone. He's going to kick from the 40, so this is looking right around a 50, maybe a 50-yard field goal. The kick, the snap, blocked again by the Pioneers. Now this one's able to sail out of the back of the end zone, but it was knocked down. And it was just a low line drive. So that's the second block of the day for the Pioneer special teams. Well done. And now, let's see, that ball, let's see where they're going to place it. The 33-yard line is where the Pioneer offense is going to take over. So fortunately for the Pioneers, the muffed punt didn't come back to haunt them. Take victories where you can, right? A new look for the Pioneers. 2 running backs flanking each side of Atkins. And they're going to hand it off. Give Wilridge a lead blocker and Manning, but still not much doing. Couldn't get to the outside, or at least couldn't turn the edge on it as the defense for Clarke was there and knocked that down. They're going to be a gain of 1.
Tackle made by number 25, Joel Gonzalez. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
So Joel Gonzalez credited for that tackle. Atkins is asking for the play again from the sideline. The play clock down to 10 seconds. Well, they're playing the Pioneers at the line. They're jamming them at the line. Here's a run up the middle. Wilridge was able to find a little bit of space. First time I've been able to say that today on a run up the middle. He's able to get the ball up to the 40-yard line. The Pioneers, though, still need 4 more yards to get the first down.
Tackle on the play, maybe number 6, Cesar Aguilera. Third down.
Another run up the middle, and this isn't going to do it on third down. I think we're going to get a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. And without even thought or discussion, the punt unit heading onto the field.
Number 17, Brian Valdez. 4th down.
So a lightning quick 3 and out for the Pioneer offense. 2 of the dreaded runs up the middle. Oh, Pioneers got to be careful if this is a... Oh, the Pioneers are going to fake it. They've got it. They've got the first down on the fake punt. Still going, 40, 35, 30, and now knocked down around the 25-yard line. The Pioneers pull a great fake punt. The snap just goes immediately to Sakapulo. And Sakapulo, he was not to be denied. Rumbles, stumbles, and bumbles himself all the way up the field to the 25-yard line. Great job. Nobody saw that coming. So with that, the Pioneers first down, ball on the 26 now. Pioneers trying to reestablish a more dominant lead, only up by 4, 28-24. They were up by a lot more earlier in this game. Clarke has been scratching and fighting and staying in it all day. Whoa, and Atkins almost threw a pick. Oh my. Atkins just underthrew Tanis. Tanis running right up the seam. I think if they had gone a little higher, probably could have caught him in the end zone there. Instead, he threw it well underneath him. I imagine that probably slipped. Again, very wet out there right now. It was almost picked off by the safety of the Pride. Empty backfield. They throw it out. Another underthrown ball. And Manning able to jump on it. Now the big question is, was this a backwards pass, which would have made it a fumble? Manning jumped on it as if it were, and I think it is considered a backwards pass. So it's not an incomplete. The Pioneers actually lose 4 yards on that play. So 3rd and 14 on this play. Atkins drops back, throws over the middle, has his man, but his man falls over. They're going to be short. So Robert Menifee, comes up with his first catch of the day, but catching the pass brings him off of his feet. And now Pioneers are lining up as though they're going to go for this on 4th and 1. Oh, God, they give it to Manning up the middle, but he's got enough. He's got enough. He's still moving the pile. Get going, Manning. What a run, taking it all the way down to the 6-yard line. So Manning got the first down and then some. Pioneers keeping the drive on live. Took a very brave 4th down conversion on the fake punt. Now they convert on the 3rd and 14 to move the chains. It's 1st and goal now. Ball on the 6-yard line. Atkins with his palms in the air. He doesn't know what play we're doing. There we go. He's got it now. Oh, geez, a little hesitation handoff there. Manning just tried a little stutter step in the backfield. And not much happening there. Ball now is going to be moved up to the... They're going to put it on the 4-yard line, so 2nd and goal from the 4. Atkins going to throw a little fade to the end zone. Tanis has it knocked out of his hands. And Atkins It's got to be the moisture on the ball because he's underthrowing these. He kind of hit the defender in the back of his helmet with that pass. If he'd gotten a little higher, I like Tanis on that jump ball situation. Because the defender wasn't even turned around yet. But, again, that's nitpicking. That's just ball being a little wet. Atkins going to drop back and pass. Looking left, goes to the middle, has a man. Touchdown, Pioneers. The tight end gets free, and he's found over the middle for a touchdown. That's Atkins to Brian Cox for the touchdown to extend the Pioneer lead. And Brian Cox did a great job. Started on the far side of the field. Just went up into the end zone, made a sharp left turn, ran all the way down. Atkins moving, kept the play alive, and was able to find him as Cox has gotten lost by the defenders. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Pioneers now extending their lead yet again. It is 35-24. Still in the third quarter with 6:06 remaining. Well, we said it coming out of halftime. The Pioneers, they're really controlling the passing game. And then over on the other side, Clarke University is all about the ground game. Pioneers are now up to 439 yards of total offense. That's 321 through the air. And then over on the ground, let's see here. Getting that weird feedback in my headset. Stop it. There we go, 157 yards on the ground. And really this game took a turn when Egan had to leave the game injured for Clarke. Because credit to his backups, they're trying to fill in, but no one has been able to dominate thus far the way he was in the first half.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for the kickoff.
Pioneer Special Teams is ready. They send it away. Wind at their back. This is a good kick. Going to chase them all the way back to the end zone. And Pride are going to return. And taken down. It's going to be a little short of where it would have been for a touchback. Ball is going to be placed around the 21-yard line.
Max Steffen, tackle made by number 2, Troy Hall.
And so it's going to be interesting to see what the Pride decide to do here. So they're trailing 35-24. Their running game has been what's kept them in this game. So are they going to stick with it? Or are they going to start trying to air it out now that they're trailing in the third? Probably a silly question, I imagine. You stick with what brought you, and that's the run game. So Sean Cesar is in the backfield, and they're going to fake the handoff, heave it downfield, and they got a man wide open, and that catch is made, and the Pioneers just give up a huge passing play to Max Steffen. Oh, what's happening here? The officials trying to confer, so I think they're trying to decide if he had control when he came down or if this is actually going to be an incomplete pass. Of course, the defense and the sideline for the Pioneers are all saying it was incomplete. From up here, I mean, it sure looked like a catch unless I looked away too soon. He did not complete the catch, as it is said.
The result plays an incomplete pass.
Oh, and they've called it incomplete. Oh, my goodness. I don't suppose we have a replay of that, do we? Oh, you did replay it? What'd you think? You thought it was complete? Okay. It sure looks like it from here.
Kenyon Williams passes incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're the MNU broadcast team and Pioneer Sports Network, and it looked really complete to me. But the officials are closer than me, so maybe they know something I don't. Here's a handoff up the middle, and the Pioneer defense able to knock that down quickly for a minimal gain.
Shouting Caesar, the ball carrier, tackle made number 3, Trematt Pleasure.
So Cesar with the carry. Pledger with the tackle. Pioneers feeling it right now. They've got 3rd and 9. They certainly show like they're going to bring the heat, like they're going to bring the blitz. They back off. They've already got Williams running. He's scrambling. Throws it into the air and just out of bounds to the bench. Throws it away. Credit to the Pioneers on that blitz. They were able to put pressure almost immediately on Williams. Had to run for his life and then he just chucks it out of bounds. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and I think the Pioneers might want to be a little wary of a fake punt attempts. Now, might not happen because Clarke is so deep in their own territory. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and pull something out here. They've been interesting on all their punts anyway. They have interesting shifts that they do. You got to think that all that is just trying to set something up. All right, kicked away. Now the Pioneers need to just stay away from this. Hits a man. It hit a man up around the 49. Let's see where they place it. It wasn't down until, oh, wow. Maybe no official saw it hit him. Where are they going to put this?
Punt is down at the 45-yard line.
So they're going to place it at the 45. Okay. So exactly 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
First and 10 for the
Pioneers are up 35-24. And the Pioneer offense heading back onto the field. Hashtag Des still caught it. I can't argue. I cannot argue it. It sure looked like a completed pass to me. Atkins back, looking left, shoulder fake, looks right, has a lot of time, but he's got to get rid of this thing now. Takes a hit and not able to get it to his intended receiver. They're trying to get it to Owolabi. And I mean, Atkins had all day, but didn't throw it until the pressure had finally got to him. And then he tried to rifle it in there. 2nd and 10 coming up. I swear this is a handoff up the middle. Thank you, no. Atkins drops back, flings it to the outside. Hit immediately, ball pops in the air. Himes is still on his feet, but at this point he's just backing up. Well, this will be fun for the officials to try and place this ball. Was it where he caught it, where he bobbled it, where he caught it a second time, or where he got pushed out of bounds?
Atkins pass is complete. Number 11, Miles Hines.
Took 3 officials to place this ball, and after all that, it was a 1-yard gain. All right, Atkins has 3 to his left, 1 to his right. 2nd down, dropping back, has time, good protection. Protection is breaking down, though. Atkins going to try and keep it, heading to the 1st down marker. Ooh, lost the ball out of bounds as he was getting hit. And now let's see where they place this.
Atkins, the ball carrier.
Boy, he must have stepped out of bounds way before he took his leap.
4th and 5.
Yeah, so it's 4th and 5. The Pioneer offense still on the field. Yes, no, maybe. Nobody knows what's going on here. And now here comes the punt team. They are just really delayed. So both teams trying to scramble on their special teams. Pioneers are actually trying to outrun the Clarke punt unit. Good snap. The kick is away. Oh, good kick. Great punt. Okay, fielded. Oh, and taken down. Well done by the Pioneer special teams. Able to down them around the 11, 12-yard line.
Return for the Pride by number 1.
So that was Craig Elmore who fielded the punt.
Made by number 7.
Kind of had to range to his side a little bit and wasn't able to turn it upfield before the special teams of the Pioneers was bearing down on him. And so we've got 4:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Still just 3rd quarter here. Is it just me or did they like blare this music? My table started shaking. Boy, I guess they're trying to fire up the crowd now. Lost a few people to the rain, but the rain has stopped. All the umbrellas are put away. And now here's a run up the middle. And bouncing outside's got space. And now taken down. Ball goes out of bounds. Fumbled out of bounds, but nothing doing there. This is King as the ball carrier. And Anthony King is tackled by Anthony Sowell. That's going to be enough to move the chains. That was a good run on first down. Fresh set of downs. Ball at the 29-yard line. They're going to give it to King again. Ooh, nothing doing there. Pioneer defense was standing there waiting for him.
Anthony King, the ball carrier, tackle made by number 3, Tremac Pledger.
So Pledger with the tackle for the Pioneers. Actually, a loss of 1 on that play brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
And play action pass. Oh, man. Interception by the Pioneers. Quarterback hit as he threw. Ball loose in the air. Brought down by Pledger. Touchdown, Pioneers defense. So, man, a great hit put on the quarterback. Williams never saw it coming as the blitz was coming off the left edge for the Pioneer defense. Like I said, Williams had no clue it was coming. He gets nailed as he throws. The ball is woefully underthrown after taking the hit. Pledger with the catch, the return, touchdown, Pioneers. I'm sure Williams is on the sideline asking his offensive line, what happened, gentlemen? That hit was unacceptable. And the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 42-24, the Pioneers on top. As we learned in the first half, though, the lead is not safe, as the Pride showed off their ability to get back into a ball game rather quickly. We've got 3:31 remaining. The special teams, stop me if you've heard this before, special teams back on the field.
Clarke University 24, your MNU Pioneers 42.
You can see a replay right there of the, well, I see it. That must have been from earlier. There was the replay of the interception. There we go. All right, the Pioneer special teams are ready. Looks like they're going to try and blast this one down the field.
Get on your feet and make some noise for the kickoff.
Pioneers with the slight breeze at their back. Boom, and away it goes. And this is going to one hop into the end zone. Out of the back it goes. And now there's some shenanigans, but everyone's okay. No worries. Troy Hall got a little tangled up with Rondell Juba. Both of them back on their feet, and they just head in opposite directions. So nothing doing there, thankfully. Now ball placed at the 25-yard line. That is where the offense for Clarke is going to take over. After that interception, returned for a touchdown, the second pick six of the game. The Pioneer defense has got to be flying high right now. This is where you don't want to give up something silly. So there was a lot going on that interception, but I am quite sure it was Troy Hall who came with the blitz, created the contact on Williams that forced that interception throw. So credit where credit is due to Hall there. Now the officials don't like something, and they've blown their whistles to stop play. Appears a clock needs to be reset. Indeed, they have reset the play clock, otherwise known as the signal to raise the roof. And here we go. Clarke sling it out wide. One tackler missed, now off to the races. Jeez. Pioneers have got to quit going for the spectacular shoulder pop and just start wrapping people up. Caden Miller was able to come up with the pass, make two tacklers look almost foolish and head upfield. So a good gain for Clarke. Now they're going to run with King off the left side. He's able to turn upfield. Whew. But that's always a dangerous turn as he gets knocked to the turf, and there's a Clarke player down, slow to get up. I'm not sure if that is King or if that is somebody else. But another injury for Clarke. In the injuries for the Clarke offense, almost too numerous to mention at this point. There's been a lot. I can't tell who this is. Number 11, thank you. So Anthony Gonzalez, who's definitely had his fingerprint into this game. I've called his name before. Gonzalez is down, far side of the field. And there's a lot of collisions as King was trying to round the edge. I'm sure Gonzalez was there for the block. And then when the pile all ran into each other, that's where you can get clipped, get a knee taken out, roll an ankle. As the trainers do appear to be focusing on the legs. So, Pioneers all taking a knee. So while they're attending to the injured player, let's go ahead and talk about some stats. The Pioneers and Clarke, they're tied with 19 first downs apiece. Third down efficiency, the Pioneers are 6 for 12, 5 for 12 is Clarke. So these sides are close in a lot of categories. Total plays, 59 to 60. Total yards, Pioneers are 444 total yards, 320 for Clarke. So both offenses are feasting today. Now Gonzalez able to leave the field under his own power. So that's encouraging. He will go to the trainer's table and get checked out. So the Pioneers are 322 yards in the air, 147 for Clarke. And Clarke did have a big gain through the air, erased by the official's incomplete call. Now play ready to resume, so we'll get back to this in a moment. You're going to fake the handoff, rolls out, throws on the run, and that's a drop. That's Max Steffen, just took his eye off the ball, tried to peek upfield just a little bit to see where his defender was. And you always do that with the best of intentions. And then when you try and whip your head back around to find the ball, it's never where you thought it was going to be. So 3rd and 9 coming up. Pioneer defense looking to hold. .252 remaining. We're still 3rd quarter. And they're going to give it to King, left edge. He turns the corner, not enough for the first down. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, I'd say around the 45-yard line. And so decision time for the Pride. This is not an unmanageable distance, but it looks like the punt unit's going to come on anyway on 4th and 4. Well, I thought they might have given a longer look at going for it on 4th down. The Pioneers are completely in disarray, though. Special teams got to get out there. All right, now they're ready to go. You can hear someone in the stands yell, "Watch the fake," and I'd say that's correct. Good snap. All the Pioneers back off. Yep, they were playing for that fake. And this is going to bounce. Takes a great roll for the Pride. It's going to check up at the 13-yard line, and that's where the ball will be downed. Well, it's not often when you see an entire special teams pull up and not go after the punter, but that's exactly what the Pioneers did. They did not send a single person after him. Everyone just kind of stood up when the ball was snapped, walked backwards a few steps just to make sure they could see what was happening. So, yeah, the Pioneers were definitely aware that there was a chance for a fake punt. So now, Atkins and Manning are your backfield. You got Tanis near side. And a song I haven't heard in a very long time and could have gone longer. I didn't even know this song was still a thing. Atkins going to send a man in motion. Goes behind the quarterback and running back. Now they're going to give it to Manning up the middle. they sigh. The run up the middle goes nowhere.
Shiren manning the ball carrier. Tackle on the play.
Still not a super big fan of this run up the middle. Not doing much. Not doing much. Atkins and Manning back there again. They're going to give it to Manning. Oh. Shrugs off one defender. He's trying. I mean, Manning's trying for all his worth. I'm certainly not going to sit here and say that these plays aren't working well because of Manning. Guy's working hard out there, but the Pride just aren't giving him anything. So that's going to be a gain of nothing. It's 3rd and 9. As the Pioneers are looking at a very quick 3 and out if they can convert on this 3rd down conversion. They're right at 50%, as I said a minute ago, on 3rd down. Ooh, Atkins was trying to get him to jump. That was a good hard count. Got one to bite, but they didn't snap the ball. Atkins has it. Oh, man, he's got a man. Oh, Atkins in a world of trouble. He's going to go down at the 1. Atkins, I think, down at the 1. Takes the sack. Didn't throw it away. I'm glad it is not I that will be in the film room sessions this week coming up. I imagine this is going to be addressed. All right, so now the punter for the Pioneers with his heels on the back of the end zone. Oh, it was a terribly uncomfortable spot for a punter to be in. Clarke, no matter what happens, is looking at starting this drive with some great field position. And they get it away. Fielded at the 40, so they know they're going to do better than that. And now down he goes. The officials were all really late on blowing their whistles. Weird. So let's see where they're going to spot this ball.
Punt is returned by number 1, Craig Elmore.
I think they're going to spot this ball at the 30-yard line. So the Pioneers' 30 is where the Pride will take over on offense. How's that for some good starting field position? Oh, no, I'm sorry. They backed it up to the 31. So sorry, now your field position's terrible. Clarke, yeah, 31. Jeez. Okay, so at the 31, that is where the Pride are going to take over. King is still on the backfield as the running back. Egan has not seen any time here in the second half, so they probably deemed he was not able to go. Here's a run by King, and the Pioneer defense says nope. If you guys stop all the runs up the middle, we're going to stop a run up the middle. So that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter in 5 seconds.
By number 39. David Wright at number 52.
And there we go. We're all zeros. Into the 3rd quarter. We're going to flip the field, and we've just got 1 quarter left to sort this out. At the end of 3, it is 42-24. The Pioneers on top here at home in Olathe. As this game is fixing to be a long one. I imagine, though, the Pioneers aren't going to do a whole lot of throwing in the 4th quarter, as they'll want to just keep this clock moving. And the problem for the Pride is their best game is the run game, but that keeps the clock moving, so they're going to have to run a lot and quickly. Woo, that noise is weird. I don't know what causes that feedback noise, everyone. Sorry. I would absolutely fix that problem if I knew how. We still got people in here. We've got many people still listening to the game. Again, thank you very much for joining us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. If you are a Pioneer fan, our next game is going to be next weekend. In 2 weeks. They're off next week. October 16th, they are at Baker University. So if you want to travel down to Baldwin, Kansas, it's really not that far. You can go down there and check out the Pioneers as they take on the Wildcats of Baker University. Next home game is October 23rd. That is homecoming against Central Methodist University. Now just remember, we are not out here at the Olathe District Activity Center. We are on campus for a homecoming game. And I'm going to be real honest. I'm not going to be calling the game. I won't be there. So that might be one reason to tune in, actually. But the broadcasters are in a terrible position because there is no booth out there. They are field level, and it's really hard to see anything. So you might as well just come out to the game. Now dropping back, going deep is Clarke, the man in the end zone. Easy pitch and catch, and the Pioneers immediately give up a touchdown to start the fourth quarter.
Pass is complete for a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play.
Oh, there's a flag on the play, though. Ruh-roh. Well, let's see what this is. The special teams unit is still coming on for Clarke. They think this is going to be on the Pioneers. And it was on the Pioneers. Clearly, that penalty is denied. Touchdown for Clarke. Williams with the touchdown pass to the far side of the field. So as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Clarke actually playing football and throwing a touchdown, Pioneers fans, make sure you go to the homecoming game. Go on campus, go watch the game. Don't count on us to bring you all the action here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Because while we'll have a crew there doing it, we would so much rather everyone be there. It'll be a fun day. And now the extra point, it gets blocked, but I think it's going to go through. Yeah, special teams player definitely got a hand on it, but not enough to knock it down. So that is good. It is 42-31. This game not over by any stretch of the imagination.
54 seconds remaining in the contest.
Yep, that was 6 seconds into the fourth quarter that the Pride put one on the board. So then following that, Pioneers go on the road again. No, I'm sorry, they're home on October 30th to Evangel University. We'll be back out here at ODAC on the 30th. I'll be back up here in the booth. So we'll bring you all the action as Evangel comes to town. Then they finish the season at Missouri Valley and at Benedictine. So your chances to see MNU in person this year are starting to run out. I apologize, they do not have the schedule for Clarke here in front of me. But I'm sure you can get all the information on Clarke's sports page.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for the kickoff.
Again, both teams came into this game desperate for a win. I mean, desperate. 0-5 is Clarke, and 1-4 are the Pioneers. The Pioneers' win was the first game of the year. So they're coming off 4 straight losses, 5 straight losses for Clarke. Both sides really wanting to come out of here with a victory. I'm watching Clarke. I think Clarke is better than an 0-5 team, personally. Just must be running up against a couple buzzsaws here in the division, of which there are some. I know they went up against Baker last week and did not come out on the winning end of that. The Pioneers travel to Baker next week. And it could be really great. Also could be really terrible. The officials blow this play dead. What, do we not like a clock? Oh, we don't like the placement of one of the sticks. Okay. Well, we got to figure it out now. Atkins under center. Now the Pioneers are going to be going into the wind for the remainder of the game. Play action pass behind the receiver, but able to come down with it. And now taken down short of the first down.
Atkins' pass is complete to number 7.
This was to Ethan Pritchard. So Pritchard into the game. Comes in, gets a catch along the sideline, able to turn it upfield for some positive yardage. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. Yeah, the Pioneers just want to take all the time off the clock that they can on this drive. That is all they care about. Take time off the clock. You cannot have a quick 3 and out. Definitely don't lose yards. Wow. Another run that goes nowhere, and this time your running back takes a huge hit. So Wilridge got lit up on that. Going to remain in the game. But now 3rd and 2, as that was only a 1-yard gain. Atkins alone in the backfield, looking. He's got to run, turns upfield. I don't know if he's going to make it. Scampers out of bounds. It's all going to depend on placement here. Where are they going to have him out of bounds at? If the 35 is the placement, that is enough for a first down. And indeed, they are going to move the chains. The Pioneers keep this drive alive by the skin of their teeth. Again, they've still got 20 seconds on their play clock. They're getting lined up. This is where you really slow it down. They're going to snap the ball with 13 seconds left. Now here's a run. Look at that. Didn't go anywhere. But it keeps the clock moving.
J. Wilridge, the ball carrier. Tackle on the play, maybe number 13, Jalen Smith.
So Jalen Smith credited for that tackle. And I don't mean to sound so terribly snarky. It's just these runs up the middle aren't doing anything yet. Maybe we're still hoping it'll break free. Here's a run up the middle. Nope. Oh, flag on the play, and I think this is going to be a holding call against the Pioneers. And that's not going to be good. If this is on the Pioneers, then the bad situation gets worse as they start marching backwards. Yep, holding on the Pioneers. They're asking the bench of Clarke what they want to do. Here comes the official.
Holding, number 76 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So we're going to enforce the 10-yard penalty and replay second down. So from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 19. All right, let's see what the Pioneers can do now on 2nd and 19. Plenty of time. Atkins is going to tuck and run. He's getting chased from behind. He's got to be careful with that ball, because he was just holding it there with one hand while he was running. Again, the defensive back was trying to chase him down from behind. Definitely would have tried to swipe down on that if given the opportunity. But Atkins was able to get us a little closer. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 as the Pioneers is trying to get to the end of this game as quickly as is possible. Play action pass. Atkins trying to tuck and run, but the defense was on to him this time. He's got to do something. And he throws it out of bounds.
Atkins' pass is incomplete.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 5. I imagine the punt unit is going to head onto the field. And they're just going to be hunting for position on this one. Try and pin. William Penn, jeez. They're just going to try and pin Clarke back as deep as they can. One of them, their conference teams. We're playing somebody. Put a boot into this one. Not expecting a fake here. Low snap. Able to dig it out of the dirt, though. Gets it away. Great Pioneer hop. Oh, Pioneer's fortunate. And the ball's going to roll and be down at the 16-yard line. So, disaster averted. As the snap was low, the punter actually had to pick it up off the turf. Was able to get it away, and it had a great bounce. And it rolls all the way down to the 16-yard line. That is where Clarke is going to take over on offense. 12-13 remaining, 42-31. Trying to draw ever closer. Touchdown and 2-point conversion can really make this game interesting, as it would only be a field goal difference at that point. So again, this game's not over. Clarke running it on 1st down. They tried to run a little counter, going from right to left.
2nd and 7.
Clarke keeping their pace. They haven't tried to speed up or do anything they haven't been doing all day. Now the quarterback's going to spin, hand it off. This is King trying to get to the edge, and nope, not going to work there. Taken down by the defense of the Pioneers. Jackson Malone comes up with the tackle.
Ball carried on the play by number 14, Anthony King. Fumble on the play, forced by number 29.
No, you can say he fumbled at the end, fumbled it out of bounds, so nothing doing there. 2nd and 7. No, I'm sorry. 3rd and 7 coming up. Some changes being made. Clarke looks a little befuddled here. Now I think they got it. And now Williams, designed rollout. being pursued. Throws while being hit. Out of bounds it goes. Had to throw it away. Great pursuit by the defensive line of the Pioneers.
Incomplete. Fourth down.
So the man responsible for that bad pass was Jonah Reynolds. As Williams could not run and get away from him. Reynolds put a hit on him as he threw, forced it out of bounds. So quickly, it's fourth down. Well, that is not what the Pride wanted. Now they're set up to punt. I'll believe the punt when I see it. Good snap. He's got it. Kick is away. Short kick. Bounces right at midfield. No Pioneers in pursuit of it. It's going to roll to rest at about the 41-yard line. Ball's going to be placed at the 42. 10:53 remaining. The Pioneer offense heading back out onto the field. Atkins and Manning are going to be in the backfield. He's got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion now. Little wide receiver screen. They get it to Tanis. Tanis makes one tackler miss. Loses the ball. And it looks like he was able to recover it himself. Tanis was trying to dance left to right and just lost handles on the ball. But it fell right in front of him. He was able to fall on top and pull it in. Whew, because there was a defender bearing down on him. So the Pioneers avoid disaster there. Paul St. Louis comes into the game. Tanis is going to get a breather after that one. Still 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Atkins to Manning, up the middle. This time he creates some space. Manning with a little stutter step was able to find some room, takes it right up to midfield. So 3rd and short coming up for the Pioneers. 3rd and 2. I'm sorry, they said that was Wilridge. That's Manning back there. It was Manning. Atkins ready. Hands it off again. Oh, nope. Manning goes nowhere there. Taken down right at the line.
Ball carried on the play by number 4, Jaron Manning.
So what are we going to do here on 4th and 2? Decision time. I don't see any special teams player even remotely moving towards the field. Offense staying on 100%. 4th and 2. Atkins hands it off. Manning dancing's got the first down. Manning had to dance around a lot to create some space, but he was able to make enough people miss. He could get it forward for that first down. Needed 2, got 4. Keeps the chains moving and the drive alive for the Pioneers. Low snap. Atkins picks it up off the deck, hands it off. Manning trying to work right side. Nothing doing there. That play a little too slow to develop simply because the snap delayed things. So that's actually going to be a loss of 1. Going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Pioneer offense.
2nd and 11.
Atkins hands it off. No. Flash and pass. Dangerous throw. Did he catch it? Oh, everyone's saying incomplete pass. Hard to tell.
Pass intended for Caleb Tanis is incomplete.
So it's the pass to Tanis incomplete. The pass, I think it was a little behind probably where Tanis would have wanted it. So both Tanis and defender had equal opportunity at that ball. And thankfully it falls incomplete. Better than an interception. So 3rd and 11. Manning leaving the backfield. Oh, Atkins hit from behind, and down he goes. Not going to be a sack. I think he's going to get Yeah, they're going to say no gain. So 4th and 11 coming up. And now the special teams unit coming onto the field for the Pioneers. And they're in Clarke territory, so just a little placement kick here. We'll go the corner kick. Just trying to pin him back, see if he can get it out of bounds somewhere in the 10. Low snap again, picked up off the deck, blocked. Clarke's able to block it. And so now, ball's going to be down at the 40-yard line, and I believe that is where the Clarke offense is going to take over. Boy, these snaps. Atkins had to deal with a few wayward snaps. The punters had to deal with a few wayward snaps. So now the 40-yard line. That is where the offense will take over for the Pride. So only 10 yards into their own territory. Let's see what the Pioneer defense can do. Able to hold them to a punt on their last drive. 7:30 remains, 42-31. So both offenses stalling a little bit in the 4th quarter. Special teams, though, for both sides have been playing big today. Here's the throw out wide. And out of bounds they go. Probably going to get 4 to 5 yards on this. Quick throw to the outside.
Pass is complete to number 8, Max Steffen.
4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Steffen with the completed catch.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Williams fakes a handoff, heaves it downfield, has a man who has a catch and a touchdown. Oh my.
Touchdown. Clarke University.
So Clarke able to score the touchdown, keeping this game interesting. I do believe that was Max Steffen who was able to outrun the defensive back of the Pioneers.
Steffen for the touchdown.
Indeed it was. Good catch. Takes it into the end zone for another Pride touchdown. Closing the gap on the Pioneers, which I told you earlier, their lead was not safe. It's kind of been the story of this game. The Pioneers try and run away, and Clarke runs right behind him and catches back up. So I believe when that drive started, the clock was at 7:30. Now it's at 7:17. That's a quick strike right there. So Clarke University has called a timeout. Originally, they looked like they were going to line up and kick the PAT, which, again, in this one announcer's opinion, might be a mistake because you can close it to just a field goal lead if you can convert a two-point opportunity here. So I think they were trying to decide what they wanted to do, took a timeout to think things over, but I am quite sure that the offense will return to the field after this timeout is over. Two-point conversion coming up. Pioneers desperately need to stop, and the Pride desperately need this conversion. Williams drops back, looking left, rolling right. Heaves it, man got free in the back of the end zone, and the two-point conversion is good for the Pride. Well, that's exactly what they needed because now the Pioneer lead has been cut to simply a field goal. 42-39, 7:17 remaining in the ballgame. 10 people who came down to cheer on the Pride are very excited over on their side of the bleachers. They've been troopers, though. They've been sitting out there the whole game. Rain, which is gone now. Being down by multiple scores. Still there. They're good to go. I like it. All right, so Pioneers, special teams back on the field. See if the kicker for the Pride decides to get a little tricky. The Pride are going to pull out any trickeration here. Try and do something on side. Looks like the Pioneers are ready for it. They've got the front line all looking at them, ready to go. Just try it. Nope, they blast it deep. Oh boy, that ball barely touched the end zone for the touchback. That was almost a disaster. Yeah, it took a hop at about the 1 yard line, had backspin on it, and hopped and barely nicked the end zone on its second bounce. But long story short, it is a touchback, and the Pioneer offense will take over at the 25 yard line. All right, well, the Pioneers can kind of do away with the idea now of running out the clock. They need to move this ball. Single coverage down here at the bottom. They're going to try and jam Tanis at the line. Yeah, but the Pioneers are going to hand it off with Wilridge. And down he goes. He gets dumped right at the line of scrimmage. Israel Hernandez credited with the tackle. And actually, they're going to say the Pioneers lost one. So 2nd and 11 coming up. I guess the benefit is the clock is moving. Play action pass. Pioneers have a man, but he can't find it. Tanis couldn't get his head around to find where that ball was at. He turned right. The ball was off his left shoulder. Oh, boy. He had a step, too. The Pioneers had a chance. And Tanis and Atkins not able to connect. 3rd and 11. Huge play coming up right here. Pioneers need to get this first down. They can't give the ball back this quickly to the Pride offense. Atkins drops back, steps forward, and steps right into a big old group of defenders. And that's going to be a sack. And so here comes the punt unit for the Pioneers. Well, so much for that big play being in the Pioneers' favor. It was a big play, but not for the home squad. I apologize if anyone heard the language. I was just dropped behind me. We were next to a coach's box, and sometimes I get a little excited. Boy, the Pioneers flirting with another block punt right there. That's a muff, and down it is, and the Pioneers have it. The return man muffed it at midfield, and the Pioneers were able to jump on top of it. The ball recovered by Reese Portugal. Well, there was the big play. See, I knew there was a big play somewhere in there. We just thought it was for the Pride. Not so much. Now it's for the Pioneers. So the muff on the punt gives the Pioneers offense new life and better field position, as they're only going to be inside their own territory by 1 yard, and they can try and continue to take time off this clock. 5:49 remains in the ball game. Pioneers clinging to a 3-point lead. They need more. Atkins has it. Quarterback's going to keep it. They fake the run up the middle. Atkins has it this time. Looking to stiff arm and is now pulled out of bounds. Thrown down. Flags everywhere. If this is going to, well, now see, here's my concern. Atkins looked like he might have gotten a few fingers in a face mask, but then he gets chucked down out of bounds. So it's all going to depend on what the ref saw. Is this going to be late hit or face mask or both? Will it be offsetting? There's a heck of a lot that can happen right here.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, number 25, defense.
That's a dead ball personal foul on the defense. This going against Joel Gonzalez for throwing Atkins down after he was out of bounds. So the Pioneers get to move 15 yards closer after the end of the run. So things coming up all roses for the Pioneers on this drive, at least at the moment. Low snap, Atkins gets it to Manning. Manning's got to try and get the edge. Just has to make one man miss, and now a holding call is going to be called on the Pioneers. The flag was out immediately. And Menifee tried to put his arms behind his back like I didn't do anything, but Menifee's going to be called for holding. So 10 yards coming right back. But it'll stay first down. The Pioneers can keep this clock going at 5:34.
Holding, offense, number 17.
Yep.
10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's holding on Menifee. But still first down. Ball's now placed at the 31-yard line. Pioneers have to get down to the 11.
First and 20 from the 31-yard line.
Atkins has it. Oh, boy. Pressure coming. He gets away from all of them. Throw the ball and just get rid of it. He shovel passes it ahead. Okay. Well, that play was bananas. He threw it ahead. Himes was able to come up with it as Himes was running across the field just to try and make himself available for his quarterback. And that's how you do it. And so the Pioneers, on a wackadoo play, were able to come up with the first down. Okay, first and 20 is erased. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, wait, no, it's not quite erased yet. I'm sorry. He didn't quite make the 20. It is 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Sorry, there was so much going on. I lost track of where we were. Atkins with it. Fakes it to Wilridge. Looking in the end zone. Throws it. Back corner. He's got a man. Tanis open. And he dropped it. Tanis was all alone. The only person who could have defended him was the official. And it just goes right through his hands. That's what we call being too open. He was too open on that play. You can just tell by his body language, Tanis is disgusted with himself, as that was just a mental error. All right, let's see what we can do now. 3rd and 6 coming up. Atkins alone, blitz coming. Pump fakes, throws it to the end zone. Tanis with the recovery and the touchdown. There we go. Okay. And now one of the coaches takes down Manning. That's great. Touchdown, Pioneers. So Caleb Tanis comes right back and catches the touchdown pass from Atkins. And oh my goodness. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for Pioneer football. 5:10 remaining. The Pioneers needed that touchdown. Good snap. Kick is up. And the extra point is good. So that's a big extra point for the Pioneers. As now they get their lead back to 10, 49-39 with 5:10 remaining. However, that means very little as the Pride have shown their quick strike abilities, scoring in a mere 13 seconds earlier in this quarter. So the Pioneer defense still has a tall task ahead of them. You can't sleep on the offense of Clarke right now.
Remaining in the fourth quarter of play, the score, Clarke University 39, your MNU Pioneers 49.
Where Clarke is helped by the fact that the wind is at their back, so that really does help the passing game. You can get a little more air under that ball, it'll float a little bit farther for you.
All right, football fans, get on your feet and make some noise for the kickoff.
And the kick is on its way. Low line drive. Returnable. Taken at the 4. A lot of space and a big hole for the return man for Clarke. Now he is stood up by the Pioneers special teams, but that's a good return. Able to take it all the way up to the 34-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to place this ball. And now the offense heads on to the field for the Pride.
By number 8, Max Stefan. First and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Pioneer defense heading out onto the field. You know how I know this game is going on too long? We've gone deep enough into the music for Who Let the Dogs Out, which is now playing in the stadium. That shows that this has gone too long. All right, Williams is back. He's got 3 to his right, 1 to his left, looking right, throws deep. Ball's in the air, interception by the Pioneers. Pioneers have it in midfield and down at the 40-yard line. Troy Hall with this interception and trying to seal the deal for the Pioneers. So 4:53 remaining in the game. Ball placed at the 44-yard line. That's where the Pioneer offense will take over, where hopefully they can just chew up some clock and get us to all zeros here. All right, Wilridge, Atkins.
First and 10 for the Pioneers from the 44-yard line.
See, St. Louis is out there. Tanis. So Pioneers trying to show a pass. We'll see if that happens. Man in motion. They fake the sweep to St. Louis. They hand it off to Manning up the middle. We're going to see how many they get him. Right now, the official looks like he's going to give him 3. And that keeps the clock moving this time. The Pioneers still got a ways to go.
2nd and 8.
Something's going on. Let's see, Menifee is displeased about something out there. I don't know if he knows the play or if he needed to get out, but he stays in. They give it to Wilridge again. He's able to bounce outside this time. Sheds a tackler into the secondary, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 20-yard line. So that's a first down and plenty more for the Pioneers.
And that's good for a Pioneer first down.
All right, the Pioneers getting lined up now. They're keeping one extra in the block. They're going to give it to Wilridge up the middle again. He's going to get wrestled down. Gain of 1, if that, but the clock is still ticking down to 3:45.
Brian Valdez with a tackle.
And now a flag. And if this is, I think this is going to be on Menifee, who has seemed discombobulated out there. A flag has come in. And let's see what this is.
Unsportsmanlike, number 17, offense.
Yeah, it's an unsportsmanlike on Menifee. And so that's going to back the Pioneer offense up 15 yards. And again, everyone was getting set for the next play. It's not even like this happened at the end of a play. Something was up with him. I couldn't even begin to fathom what it was, but pretty obvious that he was pretty bent out of shape out there. So he is off the field now. And the Pioneer offense is backed up to a 1st and 24. No, 2nd and 24. All right, clock resumes. Atkins can take his sweet time right here, because he had a new play clock. Hikes it with 28 seconds left on it. Gets it to Wilridge, who is taken down. That play goes nowhere. Going to bring up 3rd and a mile.
Kalinde Wilridge, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 17, Brian Valdez. Third down.
So I don't know what play you've got in the playbook that's going to cover a 3rd and 24. I think maybe just throw it short and hope for the best, see if anyone can create. Atkins sends him out, steps forward, going for a fade at the marker. Has a man, and out of bounds he goes. That's Tanis. Atkins to Tanis is able to get the first down and keep this drive alive for the Pioneers. Good look by Atkins. Tanis had one-on-one coverage on the outside, so he just threw a fade right to the first down marker. I mean, right to the post. And Tanis was there to come up with it. So that play well done by the Pioneer offense. See, they did have a play in there for 3rd and 24. Now they're looking at 1st and goal, which is way more manageable. Ball placed on the 6-yard line. Pioneers trying to put this game to bed. Let it go 99. There's Wilridge up the middle. Trying to move the pile down at the 5. Probably gain of 1.
Wilridge, the ball carrier. Griffin Mulcahy with the tackle.
We'll give a little lineman love here. Zach Mack, offensive lineman, he had to leave the field as he got his helmet ripped off on the long pass play to Tanis. He's re-entered the game. So a little love for a lineman there. The only time your name gets called if you're a lineman is if you commit a penalty. So here's a non-penalty mention. Atkins has it, rolls out, flings it to the end zone, no good. Just out of reach of his intended receiver. That was almost one of them little Tim Tebow jump passes, almost, but sails. Pass was intended for Brian Cox, the tight end, but they could not connect. Down to 1:38 remaining in the game. 3rd down. Trying to get into the end zone of the Pioneers. That should put this game on ice, and now here's a penalty on the Pioneers, a false start. See, and that's when you would say a lineman's name, and that's not good. But I'm going to let him be on this one. It's a Pioneer. The officials really want to talk this over, though. Conversation is, was he drawn offsides by the defender? Or did he just jump? Oh, and they called it on the defense. After the conference, they said that the Pioneer was drawn offside, so the defender called for the penalty. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. Now the Pioneers ever closer to the end zone. 3rd down, ball on the 3. And Tanis able to come up with the pass. Boy, nobody could see it. Like, nobody said a word. Atkins zinged it out there to Tanis. And is able to hit him on a quick slant behind the defensive line. That's why no one could see what happened. And they come up with the touchdown. So again, Atkins to Tanis. And hopefully that's going to seal the deal for a Pioneer victory. Get ready for the extra point. And now we're going to have another penalty. I think a Pioneer might have jumped. It's possible.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Try kick.
So a false start on the Pioneer offense is going to bring on a second attempt on this PAT. Pioneers have to walk backwards 5 yards, and we'll give this another go. And the second attempt is up. And it's good.
Point after attempt from Trevor Hiley is good.
So 1:22 remaining in the ball game. The Pioneers lead now 56-39.
The score is Clarke University 39, your MNU Pioneers 56.
So 56, I do believe, is the new high mark for the Pioneers this year in points. Highest they've scored in a game this season. Now the Pioneers looking at that little chip shot again. Just maybe keep it out of the hands of a dangerous return man. And now taken down. Ball was returned by Jalen Smith. And he's gotten some work today on all those little chip shot kicks by the Pioneers. Tried to turn it outside, but special teams of the Pioneers quick enough to catch up with him. So now the ball is going to be placed at the 33-yard line, and that is where Clarke's going to take over with 1:16 remaining in the ball game. All right, so Wilson and King in the backfield. Two wide receivers to the right. They're going to run it with King. And now a flag comes in the area of holding. Portugal with yet another tackle. Been calling his name a lot today. Minute 10 remaining in the ball game.
15-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
No, that wasn't holding. They nailed him for a 15-yard penalty, but the refs might cut out when he said what it was. So I don't know what the actual penalty was. But it's worth 15 yards, so that's going to back up the offense for the Pride. Boy, the PA system in here today is ruthless. Oh, man. This game has been long. My oldest daughter is going to be late to work. It's going to be my fault. Oh. We need this game to end, please. Again, since I am going to have to kind of be brief with my post-game goodbyes, thank you, everyone, from both sides for listening to the Pioneer Sports Network. My pleasure is always to bring you the games. You can go to MNUsports.com for all the other games, broadcast stats, schedules, all that good stuff. And everyone from Clarke University, thank you very much for playing along in the chat room today. That's always fun. Like, we have a good time with this system. So thank you for making it an enjoyable day. Everyone behave themselves, which unfortunately I can't always say, but definitely can today. So thank you all very much. We're taking down to the end of the game. And I don't think, well, it looks like the Pride are going to run just one more play. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle to King. King pushed into the backfield, now wrestled down at the 20. It's going to be a big loss, and that's going to take us down to all zeros. And that is your ball game, everyone. So the Pioneers improved to 2-4, 0-6 now for the Pride. Again, I think they're a better team than 0-6 from what I've seen today. So wish them nothing but the best for the rest of their season. Just real quick, total yards, the Pioneers had 565 total yards, 423 total yards for the Pride. Passing yards, 394 for the Pioneers, 238 for the Pride. And then on the rushing, let's see, well, the Pioneers actually picked it up a little bit. It was 185 to 171 on the ground, Pioneers and Pride. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening.
fans. No Pioneer football next week. Then the Pioneers travel to Baldwin City, Kansas to take on Baker University October 16th, beginning at 6 o'clock p.m. Then join us at home. That's right, back on campus. October 23rd for a homecoming game at 2 p.m. against Central Methodist University. This evening at 6 p.m., the Pioneer women's volleyball team takes on Baker University at home in the Cook Center, Bell Family Arena. Venture on over for a 6 o'clock start as MNU Volleyball takes on Baker University. Thank you for supporting MNU Football and Pioneer Athletics. Drive safe. We'll see you next time.